Unclicked. This is the month of May news. As always, this is not Dennis Anderson because Dennis doesn't join us anymore.
Yeah,
2 for 4 this month.
2 for 4.
Oh, yeah,
Here I am filling in.
Demarcus, welcome back. Thanks you.
For having me.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Colin, 2 months in a row.
Boom.
Happy to be back.
And Mike, say your last name.
Moores.
Not ups, not downs.
Not ups, not downs.
What do you go by?
Mike Yup.
Mike Yup on Instagram.
Yeah. Where'd you get that nickname real quick?
Well, Michael Yup, really.
Where'd you get Yup?
Just anytime anything was going on. You want to go? Yep.
Yes, man.
There's just always
Yup, man.
Yep.
Sick.
As always, shout out to ourbmx for supporting the podcast. Shout out to Dales. They have their annual Dales Denim going on right here in honor of Mikey being here. I got some gifts.
Ooh, got some gifts for Mike.
We got gifts?
I feel like you're a George guy.
Well, I mean, I would rock George,
this is
but
all him. Yeah.
I think I'm thicker than you think.
They're 34s.
Oh, that's all you, bro.
I
That's
think
you.
I think you're good on those.
Dang, those are sick.
So Denim Dales got a koozie, got a hat, got the full spectrum, almost head to toe.
What's going on here, man?
Put that on when you drive your Dodge.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Fair enough. Shout out to Dales, always supporting the podcast. I mean, for literally like 2 years now, which is batshit insane.
Yeah.
Denim Dales nationwide. Yeah, it is good. Late beer. Got the IPA, got the Easy IPA, and the Danger Reds that we don't ever drink on the podcast.
Code Red?
Super high?
Code Red. They're like 9% beers. We learned our lesson.
So what's the
on,
so the Reds is what is it? What's the difference?
It's like a double IPA.
Okay.
There you go. Got him.
I ain't got time to wait.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. I appreciate you.
Cheers.
Water.
Yeah.
Big old water. We're still giving away 2 general admission tickets all 3 days to Salt Lake City X-Games. All you have to do is say, I want to go to X-Games Salt Lake City.
Sick.
And I'll force Albert to choose somebody.
Pressure's on.
I've been off the YouTube.
Who are you gonna pick?
Yeah. Been off the YouTube comments, so sometimes I go streaks of not checking.
When is it gonna be?
It is the 27th through the 29th, so all 3
If
days.
you've never been to Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
It's a sick
I saw
place.
I did see some
Salt
crazy
Lake.
comments randomly that was like, they were like, I want to come from Australia, and I'm like, I don't know,
Ooh,
that's
yeah,
a big
that's
commitment. You may regret that, but it should be super cool. I think it being at a established park, that the bowl is fun. The park is awesome. So hopefully they add a few things, and it's really cool, and they add a couple of features here, and it's a good event. So
Salt Lake City in the summer is the best too. It's
so
gonna
sick.
be
Yeah, so as always, broke it down. We have the plugs, which we just did. We got news, industry news, sponsorship, product, miscellaneous, events that happened. This special one for this month, events that are literally happening right now, events that are coming, videos, and Instagram. And as the caveat, the warning is that we do not know everything. We do not know where everybody is from. We will get information wrong and miss videos, but leave a comment with something we miss, and if it should have been in here, we'll get it in next month. So
Nice.
Demarcus posters. That is in there. That was in the plugs. Wasn't done.
Man.
We posted these the clip of this month. So I figured this would be a good opportunity for Demarcus to I don't know, maybe sign a few. Just
I'm down.
next 5 or 10 that get sold up on the shop, whatever that is, ourbmx.com/shop.
Yep.
Have an autograph.
Shout out to yourself for shooting this
fire.
and for the mission. Like we had to go on top of the roof to get in, right?
That was funny.
Had to set up tables.
Erector set.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. So
pretty interesting time period to like filming with Christian is it's always fun, but you can always expect to do something that you really don't want to do. And he holds you to it. It's just like his thing. But
here we go, right here.
It was a mission to get there. So
Insane, man.
beautiful. Look at my comment right there with the hard eyes. I
shout out
love
to
it.
Chad doing the bar spin over the rail for the riot cover back in the day.
Oh yeah. Damn, that was a while ago.
Yeah. I was much less stressed shooting the Chad photo than I was this next
Yeah,
photo.
really.
Well, No, the other way around, because timing the bar spin. That's it.
Oh,
like no
yeah,
confidence,
I
but
can see
just
that.
timing
Yeah,
the
it's
bar
like,
spin
alright.
like it was a flash photo.
His bars are cool.
His
They
bar,
are very fast.
but he does the good ones.
He
too,
does the
though,
good one,
where it's
yeah.
like so.
Yeah.
Did you shoot sequence or?
For Deemo, I probably shot a sequence, yeah. And then
Because you got high up. You got it right when he got into the Smith.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this photo.
Yeah,
this is one
fudger,
of those
man.
ones where I think photo just. I mean, the video is awesome too, but man,
This is
photo-
up the street from your crib too. So
yeah,
it's
it's
like
close.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't live there at the time, but do now. I think about it very often.
Yeah?
Because I drive by it all
I don't
the
think
time,
about
so.
it until I'm over here.
Yeah, so those are available. Link for all that stuff will be in the description along with everything else.
And I'll sign some before dipping.
Yeah,
like I said,
yeah,
so,
we'll get some. And then another, I guess we'll just, I mean, the plugs are heavy, but sort of a plug, sort of not. But I got this question about BMX Day a couple times in the last week. So it is happening, San Diego. Typical street jam is on Sunday, 7:20 for once. It's actually lining up perfectly. No Pride Parade downtown to deal with either, because
Oh, yeah,
Pride
'cause you
Parade's
guys
on
have to
San
fight around
Diego,
it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it was-
generally
yeah.
we end up like worrying about that and stuff. So 7:20 downtown San Diego, spots to be worked out. It always changes. So, and then we have the jam at Claremont
Oh,
on
yeah, that's right,
7/19. Yeah, so Park Jam. Going to give away 5K on Saturday, and then give away another 5K on Sunday. And both, I'm going to try and run both of them like kind of the same, like loose, like I got $100 for a candy bar,
Okay,
like
okay,
something like
alright.
that. Like,
Yeah,
like,
Stovepipe.
yeah, exactly. Let's get
Yeah.
random, like best turn down in the next 10 minutes
Get
wins
everybody
$500 or
involved.
something,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
no runs, no fucking, I just want it to be fun. I want it to be a celebration of just like riding bikes with friends.
Nice.
So come hang out at Claremont the next day, and then there's some premiere stuff. I'm not going to announce it yet, but maybe one, possibly even two videos.
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah,
and
so
you
it's
guys
gonna be-
might want to be there.
It's going to be
Might
a
wanna be
damn
a
good weekend.
Yeah.
So
I haven't heard anything. I'm excited.
yeah,
Nice, nice.
it's good. So, yeah, that's okay. Officially done with plugs. I feel like I said I was done a few times. The Woods Room Park down in San Diego. I don't know. Why is there no audio?
San Diego?
San Diego. Jeez, my nasal infection is. I'm doped up basically. So after the wheel mill shut down in Pittsburgh, Potosny brothers have been putting in work. They had a building, it fell through. Like the wheel mill was such a staple in Pittsburgh, and they finally found a building, and so they're doing it. So
Shout out to those guys.
yeah. The Instagram is kicking. They have a bunch of promo stuff, so it's like an anthem style shirt,
Ooh,
Woods
yeah, that's
Room,
sick.
super cool. Just stuff to make money. They have the Indiegogo. So this wrong one, but I was gonna click that anyways. Can't even click stuff right now. Indiegogo to donate. Obviously, it goes to show how much of a staple this park was in that scene, and how important it was. So 50 grand already raised, and 12 days left. Keep it going for sure. Yeah. I didn't actually see this video. This one may be more concise. Brant Moore has like a walkthrough with Michael Potosny that's super cool. Really breaks down kind of where they're at and the place and all this, and so I guess this is more of a documentary on it, but
Okay.
both, 25 minutes long. We're obviously gonna make it somewhat quick, but they have a massive facility. Like,
the Woods Room was only 100.
It's always nice up there in the north, too.
yeah,
Indoor.
Imagine how many jumps
Something new to ride during the winter.
going that way.
Yeah, it's rough in the winters.
It's hard to stay active.
Yeah, and I know there's not much in the way of indoor parks anymore, so it's awesome to see something new.
Yeah. So it's hard to imagine like an empty building, and you're like, build park,
Yeah.
Building, yeah.
replicate the magic that this other one. Be so stressful,
Yeah.
because the wheel mill was such a staple. But I think they have like a bulk of the ramps and all that stuff. So,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's that.
dude,
definitely
yeah,
good.
shout out to the Potosny brothers and anybody else behind the scenes. Sorry if I'm not
Yeah.
giving you credit.
Shout out
but
to you guys for making that happen.
And then wanted to give some love to Dakota.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
This was the first post that I already had screenshotted, and then he did the other post just the other day about this 18-month kind of the milestone, I guess, of where he's at. But he goes on to basically say that he didn't think he'd be able to take like a 6-foot drop anymore, and he's out here and
look at the smile
mark.
at the end.
Yeah.
He rolled out of frame. It's so sick.
Right.
Yeah.
It was crazy riding with him out in Riverside a while back.
That was like his
fresh
first time back
after.
on. It was his first time back
And
on the bike, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like he came out and
Mm-hmm.
it was insane, man.
Did the crazy
still
curve wall
did the
ride?
craziest curve wall ride. It's like, bro, it's the first time you're
It's
out, man.
the same size as like our bikes. Like that's
Yeah.
how tight it is.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on like a gate,
And handled it.
and we were just like trying to figure out. He's like,
I remember
"Oh,
that clip.
Kinda.
I remember
He just
that clip,
Rolled
yeah.
into it and was like, how does that even work
Yeah.
that way?
Magic, man.
Yep.
Magic. PFM.
PF.
Yeah, pure fucking magic.
Okay, now you're a regular guest. With that. Keep going with stuff like
Mike's
that.
in
Yeah.
here. Give him another Dales. It's gonna be a good one, folks. Strap
I
in.
don't know. Just one.
He breaks it down, man. Like just not being able to feel his legs to the. I mean, we did the podcast with him. Just how gnarly his situation was, and he's 18 months later, and obviously, I don't think the average person would be where he's at.
No, his
he's
discipline
weapon.
is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. So, and he gives thanks to his wife Jenna, because they literally had a newborn at the time. So he made sure to give her a proper thanks and
Holding it down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's super important. And
Like you
goes to
said, maybe
show.
taking
So,
care of both of them. Like
2
yes,
children. Yeah, 2
yeah.
babies.
Yep.
So very cool. Love to see Dak just killing it in general, and especially after all this stuff. So
Legendary.
yeah,
Yep.
and then
Like legendary.
On
for
and
sure,
off.
bro.
the
For
bike.
real.
It's crazy.
And then I just posted this was the higher footwear that I feel like we were talking about quite a bit, and then it went there it is. I zoomed in too much.
Yeah, I
And
was
then-
checking it out.
I
as
did.
before
Yeah.
I came in.
See
Yeah.
this too.
So from the We the People, and then there was rumors that there wasn't going to be a team, and they were kind of just doing that, and so it kind of went dark because we ran the commercial at Nora Cup last year, so September.
Okay.
So we're almost 9 months out from that, and they've kind of finally dropped that Mikey Andrews, Preston Okert, and Riley Smith are the first 3 dudes on the team, and then they were just out in Colombia filming the first promo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that you're out there killing it.
And then, they're it's in the works still. It didn't went a little dark there, but it's coming.
It's
so
here, yeah.
cool to
Shout-
see
yeah,
that.
shout out to
Obviously,
that,
with Etnies going away and stuff
Like
like
having
that,
something
it's
else to
like,
come up is really sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like-
Fill that gap.
and all 3 of those guys too. Like they're
Yeah.
all so good and different
So
in their
good.
own ways. So
Yeah, good representations.
Mm-hmm.
deserve stuff too.
Yeah,
deserve to. I mean, there's so many dudes that deserve like
Yeah.
a shoe hookup and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So. What else we got? Rad World. I did not. Rad World opening doors to public Saturday, May 31st at New Park in New Jersey.
Dang,
Oh,
bro,
2
killing it,
new
dude.
ones.
Yeah,
That's
No,
Oh,
awesome.
that
Honestly,
looks
not-
sick.
cool.
Shout
Looks
out to that.
looks small, but looks
real
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of give the bakery vibe a little bit
Yeah.
outside of A-frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very cool.
Dang, though.
A good
That was
small-
really cool looking. That
Yeah. Those small, real tight areas that they always build parks in, you always get some of the craziest sessions.
Yeah.
yeah.
Force you to be creative with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rad World NJ, if you're anywhere near there. Hall of Fame voting was live, but I don't know if it is anymore. Modified. Well, there's my phone number.
Security number.
Yeah, go. Hit him up. Hash it out.
Ah, boy.
Send all
Yeah.
the dick
Oh,
pics.
man. You're about to get
I think I voted for this, but yeah, link to vote is in the description. Please, I'm editing this, and I'm like the most likely person to not edit that out. So I need to make a note. 1920.
Set an alarm.
Yeah, shit. All right, sponsorship news. Well, I guess I didn't run through it actually. So there's a bunch of categories that we know nothing about. I absolutely guarantee it. So you can skip those. Modern era race, industry nominee, women nominees. A lot of those are older ones. So we have early freestyle, which I mean, I I don't even know if I'm qualified to vote for some of this because, I mean, I know who Eddie Roman is, San Diegan, Joe Johnson, first person to do a tail whip. Dave Norrie, I saw do the Vander Roll thing in PB when I was like 16, and he's obviously super cool. But Josh White, I'm not familiar with at all. Maurice Meyer, not familiar at all. Pete Augustin, a legend in my head because he's a San Diego street dude, like one of the made a bunch of difference in the game. So there's a lot, but you can tell who I voted for. Shit, this is not doing me any favors.
Ryan Fletcher exposed.
And then modern era. I think this is where we would actually chime in. So Castillo, Chase Gouen, Joe Rich, Kevin Robinson, Rooftop, Stephen Murray, Taj, Vic Murphy, and that is it. So
shout out to all of those.
Who gets your vote?
I just saw yours.
Yeah. And I have like three of those people are like my favorite bike riders. But I think I voted for Vic because I felt that he deserved it.
Yeah.
More so right now than the other dudes. The other dudes all these dudes belong in their own right. So, but anybody else want to take a gander?
Yeah, let's hear your guys' opinions. I'm not giving mine.
You say you're not giving your opinion?
My vote.
That's tough, man.
It is a tough one. I'll probably say, aside of Kevin Robertson and Rooftop, and because with Rooftop, obviously, Rooftop is Rooftop. He's going to be Rooftop regardless of the situation. But he did the grounded backflip. I think early me learning how to do backflips, he wasn't the first person I saw do that. Mm-hmm. But the way he did the grounded backflip was like, oh, he's the person to do that. And so he was forever stuck in my head, plus his polarizing personality. Then Kevin Robinson, it's like a guy that can tackle real big stuff, like just real big ramp riding. Like he also did the high air. Like he did break Matt Hoffman's record, and Matt Hoffman came back around, right?
Yeah.
So
unofficially,
but he was also the first to do a double flare.
Yeah.
So out of those two, it's kind of hard to narrow it down. But that's not giving exactly how I would pick, but
Mike Yup votes for Mike Yup.
Yeah, always.
It's a hard one. It is hard.
Yeah.
So, but the link to vote is hopefully still valid and in there. So, sponsorship stuff. Garrett Reynolds on OnlyFans. I feel like that was the biggest news of the month.
Look at that.
Demarcus with the gift. Deemo signature. Boom.
What a phenomenal movie, by the way.
Yeah, right. It's fitting for this guy.
Training
Day?
Day?
Garrett, yeah.
Training Day.
Yeah, shout out to Garrett. Shout out to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's like if anybody don't know, like I don't think he would make random bad decisions or anything. It's more so like is something good in it. So shout out to Garrett for being part of OnlyFans. Yeah.
I mean, he's not. Devin was the first one to do it like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, true.
The only reason I say Garrett because a lot of people look at him differently.
Yeah,
it's like he is on another scale of like
he's the top 1%.
Yeah.
So what Garrett does is like now everybody can do it.
He opens up the gate for a lot of things, So people hold him to an extremely high standard, and for him to do it is like it's not taken away from Devin, but it's like just even with Devin doing it. Garrett now, Donachie, and
Jeremy Malotz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I think there may be even somebody else that we're spacing on too. But I think the idea is that OnlyFans is basically saying that we're not just a platform for
right.
Yeah,
which is cool.
They're trying to. It feels like they're like trying to shift away from
the stigma.
It's a long play. Yeah. I don't think they think that they're going to make their money back off of because they're sponsoring like motocross dudes and skate dudes and I've heard even like kayakers and stuff like that. Like sick. Something.
Well, didn't it originally start as
I heard it
like
started as extreme sport,
like an extreme sport or weightlifting or something?
Something like
I
that.
don't know
yeah.
But they do like I guess you get more of your percentage back on like your content.
I heard part of the deal is that like they don't even expect them to have levels to the subs. Like, that's not the requirement.
That's sick, sick.
So you can go and see they want them to post unique content, but you don't have to charge for it. They're not
Fire.
the
That's
goal
so
is
sick.
basically to like bring people in and like widen the platform to get a broader audience and
Right.
to kind of like change the stigma on OnlyFans, you
Gotcha.
know? But I mean, fucking take it, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
don't
if
give a
it
fuck.
works,
Like,
yeah.
it's
same.
one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's not, you know, like Demarcus, I remember at the beginning of TikTok, like when TikTok was trying to fucking get shit going, they're like hitting people
Yeah,
up.
hitting
and
people
we'll give you
up.
money to post.
Yeah, I literally did that program. It was fire.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Mike did a TikTok with me once, and it was like when he started back riding again because he
Yeah.
like doing undersea rescue. Like he had like he's a real serious job.
Yeah.
But we made a TikTok and it's like just did a video doing fakies around downtown that like cut into a bunch of different
Yeah,
fakies.
yeah, it
and
wasn't
Mike was
even
in it.
like
Yeah.
tricks or nothing.
Yeah, it
Just
was sick.
cruising around the city is cool.
But
That's cool.
opportunity. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think it's just a different platform. It's just I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird one. I don't know if anybody's more power to him. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think he's the last one either. I've
No,
heard them
yeah.
talking to other people. So
Sick.
it's coming. I don't know.
I feel like it's a good move for OnlyFans too. To
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's crazy to hear, like, you know, I don't know, has Dennis said it? Like, I like, there's brands that, like, compete, like, they don't, like, hey, you can't ride for OnlyFans
Well,
and us.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that
that
can
was
get
one
kinda
of the things,
tricky,
Like,
yeah.
I wonder how,
Yeah.
you know, for Garrett, how that went across with Red Bull or whatever. You know, if he had to,
Yeah.
so or if they were like, no, you're good to go.
Yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't want to, I know brands were not hyped on a couple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting
Which-
that, you know, but if money talks, you're like, yeah, like, I'm sorry you're sad, but
Money talk.
but blow,
money,
sticker.
I'm gonna add a little bit more to the money talk. If money talks, but also if the money works.
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
worked for your situation and it makes sense to you,
Yeah.
hey,
Longevity of it as well.
yeah, if
Yeah.
it works, man. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Garrett thinks he's going to be riding for OnlyFans in 2030. You know,
Right.
I think it's
Could
a
be.
very
Yeah,
short.
still
amount of
dropping
time.
hammers
I
in
mean, you
2030.
never
But I mean, he could have this. But by that point, the subscription service could be more like valid in our world, and
Yeah.
and that could be the money then.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
an early adopter.
Yeah.
As like an extreme or an action sports athlete, and 5 years down the road, it makes more money than it does for him now, or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But-
I
Shout
can
out
see
to
him
Garrett.
going down like for this like subscribe, maybe not necessarily paying for the subs, but like in that content that he makes, I could see him doing like his like food, what he
Yeah.
eats,
Yeah,
you know
so-
what I mean?
yeah.
His juices, what like that.
Building
type
a
of stuff.
pergola.
Maybe not necessarily just riding only, but like
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it should be. It should
Yeah.
be Garrett as a person.
yeah.
Like that's what that content is. Hopefully is. So,
But you know he'll handle it anyways.
yeah.
Yeah.
Clausen off of premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claws, dog.
He's a savage too. Man.
He is.
That
Yeah.
one, that one was sad for me. Me and Clausen had some good times together. We did some really fun trips. I'm pretty sure that's New York. We did a New York trip together. I remember Clausen is such a savage. He's like, I'm just gonna stay. He had like a morning flight. He's like, I was gonna stay out all night. You know. And sure enough, like 3 or 4 rolls around, you can see him just starting to get tired, and he's like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I was
he-
surprised to see it coming, but I mean, maybe he's got something else in the works. I mean, he's got the lead by example video part, and this, I know Fiends working on that full length, so he's got to have a part in that too.
Yeah.
So two
Yeah,
video
he's
parts
been
this year.
stacking for a while with Tony, so I'm really excited to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Clausen, man.
One of the best.
Did not click this one.
Oh yes.
What?
I forgot
Oh, this is
about
the Big
this.
Banks.
Oh,
Oh.
I saw a
almost
few
ready,
guys
right?
riding it. A few BMXers riding it a few weeks ago.
Is it fully opened or?
Not yet, but wow.
No
Sorry.
way.
Yep.
Looks like I'm going back to New York again.
Fuck.
I've never rode New York, man.
Really?
Going in August.
Yeah, we're going in August.
Yeah.
Should be cool.
Damn.
I never got a chance to ride the banks. I've been to them, looked over the fence a lot of times, and it was like they were still rideable at the time. Then I just never jumped in and went. So I went to the newer side, like the smaller side with
Mhm.
the rail. It's not the same, but now that that's running,
Hey,
It's crazy that there's almost like a generation of riders that have never ridden the banks.
I'm one of them.
How,
Yeah.
like how, you know, I mean, just because by proximity, but like a generation of New York City riders.
Oh, that is
Like,
true.
that,
That is
like,
true. I
yeah.
never thought about it that way.
Because think about it, how much of a hub that spot was for like
Right.
the entire,
yeah.
all of New York City. You would just
So-
be like, oh, go to the banks.
What's
Somebody's
so
gonna fucking
crazy
be
about
there.
that? Like, that's a good point because this guy that I saw riding it the other day, he started riding like maybe 2 to 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and he grinded the rail. Like he just learned how to grind rails.
Yeah.
And he grinded that rail, and it was
Yeah.
like, well, you're the first bike rider to touch it since they kind of like haven't been open, but like,
Yeah.
But he's a newer generation of rider.
Is the rail new or anything? Like, is this stuff?
I don't
Because
know.
that rail wasn't there before.
No, it was.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like looking at it. I can't
Yeah.
wait to go ride it. That's
Yeah.
gonna be so fun. It didn't used to be like that. The rail.
Does it, you know, like with
Now
all
you
the,
can grind the rail and go into the bank. That rail wasn't there before.
So it looks like the red,
used to
the
just be
red
like a
bricks are the
fly
new
out.
ones then, right?
It looks like that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
I
gotta
wonder
be.
if it'll still ride the same. They used to be. That was the whole thing about them is they used to be so smooth.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Just
find the guy.
big,
who could put
flowy,
this on
perfect,
camera real quick.
like perfect transition bank.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
just because
skating
like
it right
four,
now.
40 years of like it being worn in, like if the
Yeah.
bricks are
I
brand
mean, look,
new,
it
they're
looks
gonna
like-
feel different.
Yeah, it looks like they're skating pretty smooth.
Yeah,
It looks like it looks kind of rough, honestly. Like when he gets to it, he's like, see how he's
Yeah, there's a
fighting?
little kink
he was
right
leaning
there.
back on the way down.
Ooh,
I wonder. Well, it's just got a
Found
song,
him.
so found him.
gonna have to do
So,
another banks jam
If you
soon.
type in, you can type in.
Rugged fresh.
Well, that's not the guy. The guy is Jonathan Gabriel Charles, and you can look at it.
Yeah. Oh, G. All right. J G A. There we go. I saw it.
Yeah, he just started riding like a few years ago.
He a
And
cop?
No, he's an actor.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he
Wait,
is
where
like
is
I think he's like 43. Go down right there in the middle.
Mm. Oh.
Like he
that's
like
sick
yeah
that he-
yeah
Yeah, he fully went for it. Wow, what a beast!
Oh shit!
He
He's got
just
the
learned how
container out
to
there too.
like he just learned how to like grind rails.
Couldn't have.
That's it.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Shout out to him, bro.
Wow, that was amazing.
So that's sick that people are like getting runs on
Yeah.
it and stuff. Man, that's so cool.
So that's a good point. Like you said, the generation that
Yeah.
lived there never even got a chance to ride it, and
Yeah.
he's
yeah.
yeah.
It just is the slate clean? You know, like can you do anything now? Does everything
Oh, I
count?
don't know, right?
That's a good question. Yeah, like it just wipe
Maybe it
everything
depends on
away.
who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever added that in there. I did not actually see that at all. Rim Nagamura off of Sabrosa, which is 10 years. It's crazy because how young he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Extremely good, bro.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
I love that he has a lassie dog. Yeah, who knows what's next for him. I feel like Japan scene is like so big that
is, yeah.
I mean maybe he's
Growing.
riding
I
for
think
a
it's
live or
growing and growing.
yeah, maybe he's riding for a live or maybe there's another Japanese brand that's on the horizon that we don't know about or maybe he could just ride for the bank or whatever he rides
Yeah,
for,
right?
you know,
Yeah.
like ride for
Visa.
yeah, rides for credit cards. So, obviously Rim is incredible. Yeah, he rides for Visa. Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Shit.
man.
Jeez, I was kind of joking. In my head, I was joking.
Nice, there it is.
Does he say anything at the bottom? I'm truly grateful for all the love and thank you again. Oh yeah, there's no
Yeah.
allusion to what's on the horizon.
No. So
Shout out to Sabrosa responding with
How
the
old
love
is he
too.
now?
it's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been around so long that I think he's older than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he could be only like 23 or something.
Early 20s, maybe.
Early,
I think
yeah.
early 20s. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I mean, Nakamura H. Let's find out. 23
Yeah, 23, spot on.
Good job, man.
on it.
Man,
He
this
just
is-
turned
this is
23
all
too.
That'll be the
scripted.
last time I'm
This is all
correct.
scripted.
Well, you got
Mattia-
the Visa. You
Yeah.
got the credit card. See, you're on to something.
Yeah. Matthias Dandois off of Dockers. 3 years. I assume he's got something else in the works.
He's a busy man.
Yeah.
man of many things too. Like he kills it.
Yeah.
We already touched on this a bit, but Jeremy Malott riding for OnlyFans as well.
Shout out to Jeremy.
He's got a pretty
Just make it look so easy.
yeah,
I know, really.
chilling.
I follow him. I see him take a lot of trips with his son. Like they're always out doing stuff. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Mason Ritter,
Hey,
off,
Mason, dude, that's
well,
the guy,
not off of GT, after GT. Cool to see all those dudes kind of get picked up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, I feel like most of the guys have gotten picked up at this point. So, almost, I don't know, Mason almost longer than it should have taken because he's so incredible.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Such a good dude. Obviously, this is shot over at Rumble at Richmond, so we'll be seeing clips of him on his fit, and I'm sure a bunch of cool videos with Stu and how he like customizes all his bikes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's always cool to see. Would be super cool to see how he actually does that.
He also, if you want your shoes customized, he'll do it as well.
That
He
is
could-
true, right?
Shout out to Mason.
And
Does he
then
like sew them?
No, just paint on him.
Oh,
he just
like,
paints
like,
on them. Yeah, he
Oh,
just like doodles, but like almost like a Ian Schwartz status, but like way more detailed.
Yeah.
You know, Ian Schwartz reference.
Yeah. Right. Throwback.
Product segment. These are just some of the products from brands that support us. Prodigy, We the People.
I think it's an 18-inch frame. That
Yeah,
thing is
18-inch.
sick.
I had a video. Let me find that.
That
actually.
thing is sick.
Man, I
do
wish
that
I had
first.
an 18-inch frame back when I was
Right?
still the same exact height as I still am.
Speaking of Japan.
Yeah, right.
That's another little one too.
Yeah,
That's
this one.
so
This kid's
sick.
German or something.
Wow.
The bike control is just like the most like.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
So impressive.
Yeah.
Very.
Very cool that there's options like that coming out from brands. We featured one from Fit, I believe, a couple months ago. So specs, link in the description, are in here. Very cool to see, as always. Just all the rippers all around the world. And then Fit indent cranks.
We're about to install the Fit 2-piece bossless indent cranks. Spline drive.
Same bosses.
It's non-drive side, welded to the spindle, hollow 24 mil spindle, 48 splines. The sprocket has a press-in steel insert with all these little ridges that keep it from spinning, and this thing just locks.
If you've never ridden a
straight onto
spline
the
drive
spindle.
sprocket,
No
they're
need for
fire.
another
Yeah,
bolt,
they
which
are. Really
tends to
sick.
pull the sprocket
You don't have
off
to put all that
center.
extra stuff
So
in.
these things stay perfectly straight. No crank mounting bosses on these bad boys. Totally clean. So the whole crank set is held together with one single bolt. That's it. Even the sprocket.
Roller.
Love these things.
Very cool.
Shout out to bikes, bro. They makes it so easy to put your bike in a bag, bro. Two
I know.
tools,
Especially-
bro.
I
Two
know,
tools.
I know.
Like now, he just like the one bolt for the cranks is like
Yeah.
amazing.
I was talking
Yeah.
to some dude that I just met that night, and he was just geeked on mountain bikes. Like he just started riding, and he actually got a BMX bike too. And he's like, yeah, the BMX bike is like, they told me it was $1,500, and I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. You know, like you know, one of those things. And he was talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, you just need one. You
Yeah.
basically just need one tool.
One tool. Literally
One
one tool.
tool.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's what the beautiful part about BMX
Yes,
is,
it
and
is.
that's
Yes.
like kind of where they strive to it is to make it easy and simple and cheap, you know.
Yeah.
And it's self-defeating in so many different ways because you're not
I know.
nerding out about
Right.
whatever 26.25 tires or wheels or something,
Yeah.
you know. So you know
Rebound.
about that.
Yeah.
Preset.
I watched some video with Sergio when he
Preload.
was at when he was
Real
at
hard stuff.
Darkfest or whatever, and he
Yeah.
was riding small, like 26-inch wheels on a 29-inch fork, and
Yeah.
people were like, "What?" Like I looked at the
Yeah.
comments, and I'm like, it was you know, it was like hieroglyphics to me. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this anything? What are they talking about? Like what is,
I didn't
how
know,
does this
I also
work?
didn't
And
know
then-
too, like the bigger front wheel and smaller back wheel. It's like I don't know, but it makes sense for so many different reasons. And it was like, dude,
that makes sense. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
You know what I
honestly.
think about
don't
when I
know.
think about working on bikes? Is like we know how difficult it was working on old BMX bikes, right?
Yeah.
You open the headset, bearings falling out everywhere, right?
Yeah.
All across
So
the
I can
mall.
imagine like whatever road bikes I would have and piecing them together. It's like 6
Yeah.
Newton meters. But if I put together a mountain bike, I'm probably not gonna do it right because
No.
it's like it's just so detailed and it's like all the parts are like.
You have to put in
extremely
like
high end. It's
6.8 fluid
Yeah.
ounces of
It's-
hydraulic fluid into it.
It is interesting. So
Something beautiful about how simple a BMX bike is
Yeah.
these days. You know what they've evolved to because
it's probably making
yeah,
us like
Now that we got all
stupider to a
sealed
degree. It's like
So be it.
less complex.
yeah. It's like I don't know how to put this thing together.
No, it just gives you more time to focus on riding.
Here's a tool with instructions how to put your wheel on.
And then
Unless you're
it'll-
lacing your stuff. Once you start lacing
That-
your
yeah,
wheels
that
and
gets
stuff,
pretty
it's still a
complex.
little complex. But
I mean, and then on the opposite side of the spectrum, we do have carbon rims.
Ooh, see,
I tried them. I wanted to try them.
that's
and I-
alienation, right?
Yeah.
We told you. Well, you didn't say what, but we were talking about it today.
Yeah.
You know, I know he wanted the carbon wheels that
I wanted to just try them.
who made them? Claw.
The Claw made
Yeah,
those,
so
yeah.
now
I was gonna try 'em,
um,
but I waited like, geez, it had to have been.
I really want to try them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to try them so bad.
Alienation. You
would-
literally asked about alienation
So
today.
Yeah.
they're the same.
was-
I think it said Torre, which
They're
when I did
stronger.
their Claw one, they said Torre on them too. So it's probably kind of similar.
Here's
I
the-
don't know if it's similar shape or
Here's
what,
the
but-
thing. The problem that I foresee with it is that any contact with the carbon fiber, it weakens it and it chips very easy.
Yeah.
As far as strength is concerned, they're stronger. They're way, and that's the it's really hard to wrap your head around. But
Whoa.
they're way, yeah. They'll never, because I ride them on my mountain bike, and they're so much stronger. Like you're so much less
look at
likely.
the-
You're not gonna like fold them.
No, they don't
Yeah.
bend. You never have to like if your spokes come loose, you won't your rim isn't gonna move. Like the carbon, it'll yeah.
It's like
It's so
it's like
that tires move
nanofibers,
around.
right?
Yeah,
Carbon fiber is like a bunch
yeah,
of nanofibers.
yeah. And it's like
So-
how they lay up fibers over top of each other to make them stronger. And it's just super light. The process is insane. But
It
it'll be
makes
interesting to
sense.
see. I wonder, yeah, if they put a little guard.
If you start
something.
damage them, then you start splitting all those little
Okay.
fibers. You know, so
Got
it
you.
starts getting weak.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I
they'll-
think
and then
if
they'll
you're,
just
I think
end
if
up-
you're a low PSI spinning into backwards grinds type dude, I don't think that they're probably
Yeah,
for you.
ledges
You
would
know?
hurt.
Yeah.
The corner of them and all that kind of
Corner,
stuff.
catching
Yeah.
the corner of them.
But I mean, doesn't mean they
I
don't
wanted
fit.
to try it.
Yeah, I think it's cool that there's innovation because I
Right.
think
Oh,
that
you're right.
and I think always like there's always like some skepticism, right? Just like the same thing when plastic pegs came out and plastic hub guards, it was kind of like and now it's pretty much the standard for a lot of people. And
Right.
I think this is one of those things that like it's a little bit more expensive, but and you know then maybe they won't last as long. But I can from somebody who I run foldable tires and like plastic tubes because I like how it makes my bike feel because it's lighter. I would love to try carbon rims, make it even lighter. It just
Right.
kind of makes riding,
We're on the same tip.
yeah. Well, we
'Cause
were,
I ride
yeah.
Yeah.
the Bobolitos and
the Bobolitos.
Bobolitos.
Yeah.
The Tubolitos.
The
The Team
I
Elitos.
love but I ride
Yeah.
a little bit higher PSI, so I don't ever
Yeah.
get flats or anything.
Yeah, and some people don't like it.
Dude,
Some
we're
people
on
like the
the same
rotational weight of a tire, a heavier tire. There's some truth to that too. It's like all personal preference. But
I was
for
going
me,
to try and
like
find the
it light.
price, but I
But
can't,
like you said,
I
it's
cannot
like it's
find it.
another option, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
innovation. Pretty sick happening.
Dude, they have a lot of.
That's so funny. We were just talking about this earlier today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike said, "Is Alienation still around?" I was like, "Oh yeah." And then
Yeah,
here we
but-
are.
Yeah.
So that's that's race. That's race. So then, I mean, this isn't their first venture into carbon wheels, obviously, or carbon rims. So they have a couple of race options. They've had those for a long time because I remember that. But yeah, I do not know the price offhand. When I click buy it now, it does not show me a price. But I'm sure they're available at your favorite mail order or local bike shop if you're.
Probably like $300 a pop.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
They probably have another company that builds them. and whatnot, but-
I mean, yeah, the race one, I feel like that's like probably more established, but I don't know.
Yeah, there you're at. Maybe around 300.
Yeah.
Get some change.
But I mean, we did that video with Maddie on the Claw carbon rims before, and he
Yeah.
rode them for a long time.
And did some early stuff.
And they were good. Like, we filmed that video part with them a lot.
A few years ago.
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah, a few years ago.
And Felix wrote some for a while.
Yeah,
too, yeah.
Yeah,
So
from what I understand.
I can't remember why he didn't. He stopped at a point, but I can't remember. What it was. It was like it wasn't like a bad reason.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like you're like, oh, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. But that's it for the products. But shout out to We the People, Fit, and Alienation for sending stuff over.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
All other brands that work with us, you can send us stuff. Some are really bad at it. I try
Shout out
my
to those
best.
3 brands doing
Yeah.
cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. I didn't watch this whole thing,
BMX
so
that's happening
hopefully-
this weekend
But-
at Premises Park. Freestyle riders from around the country will be competing for national recognition.
And is a bite.
So this is I think
Whether
during
he's
the
biking
recon
off the
tour at
walls,
Premises
Oh,
Park.
it came.
but-
Yeah, the recon tour
Yeah.
came
His
back.
friends. BMX is a sport he says everyone should try.
Some people think that like, oh, I need to do those tricks. You don't need to do those tricks. You need to come ride and have some feel for it. And then if you like it, you just keep on going with it.
Even through the ups and downs,
If you fall and you're okay, get back to riding. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, just because you fall once doesn't mean you have to quit the sport. If you fall, obviously take a little break, then go back ride again so you feel more comfortable.
BMX riding does more than just push people's limits. Sam's father, Saul Moreno, says it pushes people
I've met Saul
to
a couple
chase
of
their
times. He's
dreams.
funny as hell.
We've driven
Yeah.
cross country, not knowing really are we gonna have enough money to get back, and it happens. So it's like, don't just do it, man. Just do it. Don't make excuses for yourself, because then time will pass and you'll never get that back.
BMX freestyle racing was added to the Olympics in
Good dude.
2020. Moreno says the sport is for all ages.
If you feel a little bit of want to do this, please reach out to us. Premises Park is here to teach and to inspire and to motivate kids to believe in themselves.
Very cool.
Shout out to
That was-
Premises.
wow.
The place is unreal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And they celebrated 15 years.
I went to the first one
Yeah.
in a different location, same city. Then we went back again in the new location, and like to see. That's even when Eddie Peraza was he was a baby, like he was real small.
Yeah, yeah.
But then to going back later, and it's like, no, he's taller than me. He's a bigger kid. And I was like, but it's cool to see how much talent they have in such a, that was created from Premises and like obviously the Peraza family, but even that kid and like Noah, like there's so many people from that area that kill it. Yeah.
So they did a little post last week, just kind of running through and saying thanks and kind of crazy we made it type thing. But yeah, 15 years.
Wow.
Support your local park and your shop if you got one. It's definitely a staple. Mastroni.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. I have a question for BMX video makers and also BMX video viewers. If a song has been very clearly used, is it okay to use that song? And as a viewer of those videos, do you get bummed when you watch a video and it's a song that you've heard used in about a dozen videos before? I've been noticing it a lot lately, so curious to know what the general public thinks. Let me know.
Real good question.
Good question, Mike.
Great question, Mike.
Go.
You guys have the seniority.
No. I mean, we're all
What about you?
consumers.
You
What
made a
about you,
video.
Ryan?
Yeah, you have a video. You got your
Yeah,
own
but-
video, and you got video parts.
Yeah, but I'm just
I'm old, so I think that you should do your due diligence and do your best to not take a song or an ABD or anything like that. I feel like in skateboarding they don't really care anymore. I feel like if somebody did a rail bar on something, don't do a rail bar if you're filming it. Like,
Especially
do
if you
something
know.
else.
If you
That's
know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna bring that back up later.
unless you're
Roger.
also
Just remember that. 'Cause
Also,
that's gonna come back up later.
Also,
Write
unless
that down.
unless you're old, because
No,
then you're
it's-
old, then you just take what you
It
can
changed-
get.
it
If you're trying to do it, if you're trying to like an Instagram
No,
clip,
I didn't
is
say
like-
it was right. I was just
No,
glad to hear your and I'll tell you
Yeah.
why later.
Yeah, but that's my opinion. I'm more of the stickler type thing. Like, but there's been so much shit that it's actually impossible.
Yeah.
but try.
Yeah.
And shit will happen.
I mean, for me, like, so naturally, like, I just do it naturally. Like, I can't help it. If I've heard a song in a video part, or like I just won't use it like on an Instagram thing, and that's like something I don't even do. Like, I've done subconsciously without thinking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
on an Instagram thing or video part,
and either like on even on Instagram. And that's one was tricky, but like an Instagram thing, like if somebody just used the video, I have a hard time. But I will see things on Instagram where somebody uses a song on Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, I'll save that, and then maybe in a month or two I'll use it because I like the song. So it's really hard in the time we live with the amount of content that's constantly being turned over. That's the big thing, right? It's back in the day, you had a video part come out, maybe once a year, twice a year, and content was limited. So if you used a song that somebody else used, it was so apparently obvious, even like between cross, like within extreme sports, like if a BMXer used a song and then you see the skate video come out,
fully flared or something.
Vice versa. Those kind of things stood out, where now it's really hard because a lot of things blend. You have so many different forms of social media with trending songs and trending sounds, and I think it's really hard to keep up. And I think a lot of people are just brain rot, use whatever song. So like, I try to think about it, but I'm very understanding of like how it happens, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Very good. I like that.
You're up.
No.
Yeah.
You're a guest here.
Too late.
You're a guest here.
Too late.
Best out of 3.
What are we doing?
One. You're best out of 1. On you.
Fuck. You can curse now. It's been 30 seconds.
Let's see. ABDs, I could care less.
Fair
I'll
enough.
be honest. Because you're going to have people riding the same stuff in the same cities, teams doing different trips. Now, I think if it comes to like Instagram as well, who cares, right? It's just Instagram. You see it for 15 seconds, then immediately onto the next, right? So just everything is essentially immediately into the past.
Yeah.
Video part, I think it could kind of, let's see. I think I don't know. This is tough.
It is. Yeah.
So
it's funny because it's like some people have to live by different rules.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, is there even really rules? Or is it kind of like.
No, there's not.
I don't want to step on anybody's toes, right? So at the same time.
Courtesy, yeah. Not so much of a rule as a courtesy.
Yeah.
Are you like intentionally going after like, okay, I'm going to do this because this guy did this? Yeah. Or, you know what I mean? Or are you using the song because I really like the song? Or are you know what I mean? Maybe there's like some ill intention, but outside of, and that would be behind the scenes, right? Personal between them or whatever, if they've ever had this, that, the other. The new guys coming up, I don't think it should really matter too much unless they're specifically shooting like, oh, I'm taking this from Deadline because of this, right? Or whatever other video. But for the new generation coming up, it's like you're kind of limited because there's some banger songs out there that have been used, but it's like this would really fit really well for the guys that are riding in this video, whether it's one person riding or a mixed section of guys, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I didn't really say shit right there.
Yeah, you didn't really draw any.
Call themselves out.
You set up the conclusion and then you just.
Yeah, then.
To be fair, I kind of did the same thing.
I was the only one who was like, no.
Yeah. I guess it depends on whether. Shit. If is it a staple? I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to get to, but
Yeah.
The good thing about it is it's like this is our perspective and opinion, right?
Yeah.
So
mostly forgivable.
So with that being said, Demarcus.
No. But we're on the same side now. But to be fair, there's a lot of people that don't like. You know how if you ask a younger generational riders like, "What's your favorite video?" and they be like, "You can tell it's forced." It's like Criminal Mischief, and it's like they never watched it.
Yeah,
and it's like a lot of the time they get pushed into the corner of liking what they think their superiors, meaning older people that they look up to, and they try to fit in, right?
Agreed.
But realistically, they shouldn't have to care, but for the well-being of the sport's sake of respect, there aren't any rules, but the respect level when it comes to particular things should be taken a little bit more seriously, not because of that the person like, oh, you should do this all the time, but if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But if you do kind of know, and when it comes to a video part, you respect Dak, right? We love Dak.
Yeah.
Are you going to step on his toes? No. If you respect him, that's not saying that you can't take likeness to him, you can't like his music, you can't use his music on Instagram. It's like, no. You seen a Dak video part, you are going to respect it, and you want the people next to you to respect it, even if they don't like him.
Yeah.
Even if they don't like his writing. So it's like, to me, that's where it's like, all right, cool. Like, there's a line where it's like, I can't hold some kid that don't even care about any of this accountable to it.
Yeah.
Because they just generally don't know, but you also don't want to be overbearing on them, because I have that effect, and it's horrible sometimes. But like, you don't want to be overbearing too much with like the younger generation about like these particular things.
Hey,
but they need to
don't
know
do
though,
that.
because like,
you can't do this. Don't be using this.
If you film a video and I'm watching, it's like, I'm not gonna tell you can't use a song, but I'm gonna let you know like, so and so wrote to this song. That video was crazy. You should probably think about it. And if you say you don't care, then that's fine, because it's like, I can't. There's no rules to it. But it do come back around to like each individual and what they think, because it's not one person that make up BMX, it's all of us. It's like, and there's more people that ride BMX that aren't pros, so it's like, well, I kind of have to fall in the category of what other people like too, and not base it around like what I think it should be because I am on this level of riding. So it's like it's a community thing, and every person has a voice in this.
Yeah.
Which is,
I think in this little exchange between Foley and and Mike and a couple of other people chime in is interesting. Using a song in a video part is already repurposing art. Who's to say it can't be repurposed again in a different way? I think there are tasteful and distasteful ways to do it, but at the end of the day, who really cares? Make things how you want to make them. And then they kind of go.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
The only difference I have with that's a separate thing.
Yeah.
Repurpose art as in like point of repurpose BMX video. Like, the points are the same because it's the expression, but art is completely separate from talking about a bike video. It's like you're using music, even though the music can be used in commercials, but specifically talking about BMX, and it's kind of like, but
and then
his point is clear.
And then Justin Benthian, who another videographer. I think the writer and the filmers of the original part would care. It's a case to case basis for sure, but it could be seen as disrespectful to them. Kind of going to what you were saying, takes away from the magic that you get when you hear the song on TV or something. And you know exactly which video it was used. I could see that, where you hear a song and then you're like, which song, which part is it? Like,
I'd be knowing so many.
And then you're also just drawing a line between a competing a different video part, and then people are like, which one is better? Which one did it better? And then it's like, it's kind of like almost doing yourself a disservice at that point. If you'd use the song worse, or you rode worse than the other guy, then they're thinking about his part with this song and then your part or something, and it's like,
and some people do have the ability to separate it too, and it's like,
so,
dude, I don't know, like it's like, you guys nailed it. It's like, there are no rules, and I think having these conversations help people find where they fit in. They'll think more about it, and that doesn't mean because they don't, if they think about doing it, like, I'm going to use it anyway, doesn't mean they're bad. It's just more so like that's their way they want to do it, and that's literally how it works. We have no control of that. We can only speculate.
Yeah.
And
Grant chimes in and basically says the same. Like, the consensus of it is that I try my hardest, and then he said I've had a few songs hacked recently, and it's a weird feeling. So,
and they could be hacked, or they could just be that somebody liked that song too. You might have hacked it from somebody, and you didn't even know because they used it before you too. So it's a sensitive thing. It's not being, you can't be sensitive to it, because at the end of the day, like, we're all stealing music from artists anyway to put on our videos. So like, really, it is kind of, but no, I get it, because I know I would probably feel the same way if I'm like, oh, somebody uses a song that was in my part and I see it. It would, initially you get a little like, but when you really think bigger picture for a second, it's like laughable, right? You can't care. It's just music.
Yeah. Biz chimed in and says I just song jacked myself, so nobody can say that. So,
shout out to Biz.
All right, we'll end it there. But
that's a really good.
It's a tough one.
I will say I respect everybody's opinion when it comes to that. So don't. I have no choice but to, right? Like, if I got an opinion, then I got to respect somebody else's opinion.
And everyone.
You can't have one if you're not gonna allow everybody else to have that.
Exactly.
Wait, what is this? Virtual BMX game? I don't know. BMX Streets. Okay, so they replicated the Simple Session course from this year.
Oh, sick.
So I still am. I don't have a PC. I can't play any of these things.
Albert's on it.
Albert's on it.
Albert's
I feel like
on it,
Albert.
man.
I always blame Albert for putting this stuff in there. To make me,
Yeah.
it's like a joke to make me feel like I don't know anything because I can't even like touch the games. Just put it on a fucking Nintendo Switch or something.
It's probably Albert playing this.
Yeah, probably.
Who is that? Trey? Oh, it is Trey.
Albert's so good at a lot of stuff, and he
Trey's
will
darker
play
than
the
that.
games, and he'll like play this like I think a skate game or something. I think maybe something like. But it's like you can film yourself in the game.
Yeah.
And he tell me about it. I was like, I will lose my mind if there's
What
no
angle
triangle.
do I need to?
I gotta press triangle to grind. That's what I want. Triangle to grind.
Wait, so you do the trick and then you afterwards you film the trick, or how does it work?
I think you like.
Well, I
have
think you can go into a camera mode.
Yeah, camera mode. So like
Okay.
a guy is skating with him, filming him, and it's not in the BMX game, but he like showed me this skate game that way. But he talked about this game and he showed it to me, and I was like, dude, this
Wait,
is
can you be the guy that's like in the window filming them on their phone?
I don't know.
Poaching the clip and then posting it straight to Instagram.
I mean,
that would be a cool feature. That would be a really cool feature. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
You're the guy on the sidewalk that's like trying to take.
That would be that guy in the
I think
background
there's
like,
another
hey,
light
stop.
one over there if you want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one right there. But Albert, yeah, he's
on it. Yeah.
Shout out to BMX Street.
Yeah, BMX Streets. Jamie Thayer, fucking killer of jams. I feel like he's like jam killer extraordinaire and has had some amazing video parts. But took a fall, one of those ones where he didn't really diagnose it, and then he's like, I woke up. So he said on May 1st. Said Tuesday, May 13th. I woke up at 9 a.m. feeling weird, and I passed out 3 or 4 times in my house. So he ruptured his spleen, like a slow one, 12 days.
Wow, jeez,
pretty crazy. And I don't know anybody that would like be like, after 2 days, you're like, I just got fucking rocked, but I'm okay. You know, so
12 days.
12 days
shows how tough he is too.
Yeah,
it's like
spleen's no joke.
So bleeding managed to stop and he stabilized. So little bit of a scare there on the mend. CT scan in 6 weeks, monitor progress, but all good. So yikes, 12 days.
12 days.
No kidding.
Just slowly leaking, just drip status.
Yeah, right. Just dripping.
Man, poor guy.
I'm glad you're good.
Yeah,
Obviously, heal up soon.
Yeah. Shout out to Jamie.
We got Tyler Fernagel,
the world's busiest man.
Yeah, he is out there killing it.
Yeah, he got his YouTube going now, right?
Yeah, so that's what this is. This is it. So he's. I thought he had a different channel though. I wonder what happened to that because he was doing this before.
I don't know.
So he must have restarted or did a different one or something. But
he's a switch up guy. He'll switch it up, and you're like, wait a second.
That is true.
Wait a second.
That is true. He's out in Florida. Yeah. I mean, it seems like he's really on it. I mean, how does he upload 2 videos in one day?
Hey, my man's on it, bro.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy man.
That's 12 videos in 12 days. That's rather impressive. Don't burn yourself out. But he, typical Tyler style, just casual about rather savage bike riding.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. Man can ride.
He can ride.
Man can ride.
So
Florida heat.
Florida heat. No joke.
Awesome move. That's crazy.
Yeah. Trey and those dudes had clips, I think, in post time from it recently. So, but yeah, if you search Tyler, it doesn't pop up. So it's Heartbreak Vacation or one of these, or if you type in his name and then do the filter for like new, it'll pop up because otherwise you get Silver Dome and stuff like that. So, couple other random ones.
Dan Pelly on a bike. That's
I mean, dude, he said he hasn't touched a bike, BMX bike in a year and a half.
I was gonna say that. So yeah, he broke his leg.
Yeah,
something else like
bad.
He went to Dark Fest, right, Colin? You know?
Yeah.
He's savage on the mountain bike too. Like, we were talking about this the other day. Like he can, we talked about a few guys that have this like ability to be able to bounce through the bikes that they ride, and Dan Paley, I want to say Chris Kyle,
Sergio.
like Sergio, like these guys like full scale can ride both bikes and whatever bikes they ride to like a crazy level.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just a huge Paley fan personally and as his riding, so I was like, it's sick to see just, and he gives some breakdown of why you haven't seen stuff. Obviously the injuries and mountain bikes are, soft and to a point. Yeah. I don't know how.
When you go down
I don't know the justification of being like, it's really soft but you're going 40 miles an hour. Like you're gonna like how
the way I don't know much about it. Like I've ridden a mountain bike a few times with like Christian, but like just me thinking about going down on the mountain bike, it's like you can go down and you can be hurt for a long time as opposed to BMX. You hit the ground, you can probably bounce around and get back up and keep riding. But the mountain bike is like you're doing bigger things.
It's like a little bit of pain, a lot,
yeah,
or a lot of pain once.
Yeah, exactly. So
not wrong.
Yeah, so it's like
we got a guy that is very versatile in everything he do, but he also ride multiple bikes. What is your take on like the injury? Because Paley
we're
went
all
down.
looking at you. You literally just
it's like
I'm not gonna begin to act like I know,
it's-
but he knows firsthand.
No, I know. It's literally I've taken time off my BMX in recent years just because I've had injuries that I had trouble coming back from, and it's like BMX Street. I don't care what anyone says is like the toughest because everything is impact. Every bunny hop, there's no transition, so you're constantly using your joints to brace. Where even riding like a skate park or some dirt jumps on your BMX bike is so much less because you have the transition to help with the impact, right? And then on a mountain bike, you have the transition, the jumps are smoother, and then you have suspension in the bike as well. So it is a lot. Like as far as like you could have a lot more thrills so you could get kind of get your fix in a lot easier, where BMX to get your fix in you got to be kind of 100% to ride BMX the way you want to ride it, and it's just what it is.
Yeah. Especially your guys' level,
very demanding. It's highly physically demanding to ride BMX Street.
Real explosive demanding.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly. Like you couldn't have said it better. It's really explosive. So that's my take.
Very cool. But either way, good to see Paley on it. Just
man.
I love Paley. So
me too.
Little Jay Miron speaks. No real point of really clicking around, but he talks about just kind of the double flip that he did on that John Ritter show.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
He did. Oh yeah.
I mean, we could watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So intense in the beginning.
Very intense.
So he talks about how he got like knocked out the night before, and they literally they talked to the audience beforehand, and they're like, we don't know what is going to happen. If he gets really hurt, please don't freak out. Like,
wow.
So
I feel like
what a time.
This
what a time.
Pova at the top of the roll-in.
Shout out to Pova, man.
Woof.
You're just getting let up on the day, bro. You're going, wow.
But he breaks this down. He talks about Metro jams. He talks about just kind of like a different time period in general. Here, let's see. Oh, they have him mic'd up too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a big double flip. That was a big old double flip.
Yeah, dude.
And it's so funny, like going just back in the day. I remember people talking about this and being like, but it was like he had like pads on the ramp, and it was like, bro, there's fucking 3/4 ply. There's no pad under there, like
Either
he did the
way,
first double flip.
He did the first double
Who
flip.
cares?
There's no
he opened the
asterisk or
door if it
anything.
was possible, bro. Like
Go do a double flip on a trampoline real quick.
Yeah,
and then tell me that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
like you can't really get hurt on a trampoline. You're still not trying to do double flips.
Very cool to hear Miron talk. Just reminisce about the days. It's 30 minutes long. Obviously pretty lo-fi, just in the car or whatever via Instagram or whatever. So yeah, shout out to the Beast.
Yeah, Miron.
Podcast not coming soon. Not allowed to ask anymore. So
after you watch this, after you go and watch this, you should also check out his McNeil part where he do the bank to wall ride, pull back and grind down the rail.
Seattle one.
Yeah. That's one of the craziest clips I ever seen.
Yeah. He has to ask me to do the podcast now.
Nice.
That's not going to happen.
He sent you a cease and desist.
Shout out to the Beast. I still love you in my heart. Deep in my heart.
This is the bike builder.
Yeah, this is the bike builder. Frame is in there.
That's not my bike yet. That's like Corey Walsh mixed with some brakes. Yeah, this is a bunch of people's bike now still.
So steering, you go through the whole thing. Steering.
Okay.
Through,
Wow.
Hit change.
So change. Boom. I got my forks. Add to build. Okay, it's getting closer. Let's do the next thing. Headset. I'm gonna put my bars to Odyssey. Boom. Walsh stem right there. Add to build. This is easy. All right, changing the grips. ODI, soft, long necks. There it is, right there. Boyd Sprocket, the third one on the list. Best cranks in the world. Where are they? Yeah, you could like put your bike together and see how it looks, and like the Thunderbolts. Boom, I love those. Odyssey Super Circuits. Nothing compares. Ooh, it's looking good. Can we raise the seat post up on here? I think that's it. That's my bike.
Yeah.
The seat needs to go a little higher, and the ODI bar ends aren't in there, but that's my bike.
You can build Dennis's bike. You can build any bike you want. They have some templates in there for like an S&M build or
That's
a
crazy.
trail build or anything like that. So Source Bike Builder.
It's crazy. You really watch your bike come to life.
Shout out to Source BMX. Thank you so much for supporting us for a couple years now. Appreciate you guys.
Big time
Love you
supporters
guys.
are the best.
So, thank you. Back to the show.
Woo!
Events that happen. Pandemonium Challenge. I don't really know too much about this. Women's. Look like Chinese domination the whole way through. Amateurs, juniors, and then
shout out to what's his name?
Daniel Durs.
Nah.
I like how homie didn't even get a tag for third. They don't even. Who is that?
Rob Darden.
Rob Darden. I knew you were going to say it.
Darden.
I knew it.
He said it. He said it, bro. He was like, a few years. They're gonna take over.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't lying, and which is cool. You know, it's like to see
saw.
the progression in women's sports or women bike riding in general is unreal.
But
some real shredders out there.
Yeah, Marin Rantas, Foma from Russia, and then that almost looks like Alex Nicolun, but I can't tell. But who knows?
That's crazy. He didn't get the tag.
Yeah.
My man's go tag when you see this.
Tragic.
This was last month, but our highlights didn't come out. But we'll just let this intro play the highlights from the Middle of Nowhere Jam at the Nowhere Compound. Kind of gives a quick sample of the hits.
Bring the hitching post back.
Cool event. Obviously, Gary went out there and judged, and he caught the bug of just like how random and fucking cool the place is and what it does. So, and then that's literally it for me. Like I said in the beginning, is that we're filming this on the 31st. Today, we have 3 events happening across the world. We have this. Fucking help me out. Where is this? Michigan?
Johnny wrestling.
4 Seasons.
4 Seasons, yeah.
The Machine.
Because it's a 1v1, so was that Chad and Johnny wrestling?
No, it was. I think the contest was like a head-to-head format, so the riders are riding like one-on-one versus each other, and then winner goes to the next round, kind of a thing. And this was the final round. Was Johnny and Chad both killing it, but Chad, I watched a bunch of clips, and he was just on it. It was. I mean, Johnny obviously he's one of the best street riders in the world. Both of these dudes are, but.
It's sick to
see Chad do something like this in a contest. It's like, oh my god, he's one of the greatest.
If you've never seen Chad do nose wheelies in person, I don't care who does nose wheelies really good. It's special when you see him do it. It is special. Like, it can be a short one. It can be like a parking space.
Yeah.
It's very special.
Something about that Chad knows.
Yeah.
He's
I always try to get him to let me use
go to his stories. Go to Chad's stories so you can see him. That's why, because that was cool, but people were reposting on his stories, and that's where I really saw, like, he was just going off. Like, every clip was crazy. Bar. No, they all are. Watch them all. I was like, yeah, Chad.
Why would you invite me to this, bro? Like, I don't need to be there.
Like, boom. Just everything clean. It's
unreal.
It's cool. The format's cool because it was cool to see Chad doing something, and then Johnny's, like, heading towards something, too. at the same time.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know?
it seemed like. I'm really excited to see the coverage.
Is there like a bracket? So it's like
I think so. Yeah,
Look
it's
at
like
this.
head
Look
to
at
head.
this. Look at he's still going. That's he was on it.
That's so
crazy.
sick.
He's got that like I watched Market like Jonah's part from Market Zero and how deep he gets in for the nollie. Like Chad is in that the whole time basically.
Yeah. He's got a really steep nose, really.
and it's an instant too.
Dude,
but you could just
that's
tell.
cool.
You could tell from these like clips that he was running. He was feeling it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's so
Johnny with the fucking
So
stance. Johnny without dreads. I'm like,
Yeah.
I kinda
Yeah,
have-
yeah,
like,
it is.
I
It took
kinda
me a
miss
while
it.
to like
Mature
really
Johnny.
adjust to that. But yeah, Johnny.
So that's going down. Grant's out there filming for us, so we will have coverage of that. So don't blow it, Grant. Do a good job.
Yeah, great.
You got this, Grant. He's gonna kill it.
And then James from early 2000s, international man of mystery, shows up to events all the time. Was out at
Front flip double bar.
What?
That dude is a fucking beast.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man.
That is.
What am I watching right now?
He posted a clip of it that is like
amazing. This kind of makes me want to learn fakie front flips. I never tried one.
So this
Might have to do
this is what. Remember when I said I'm gonna bring something up later? This is where we're gonna go. So go to Feast because Feast posted this.
Oh,
and this
can I watch? Let's watch this version of it, just because it's
It's
like
the same
show-
angle.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? So
Go to Feast's page and bring it up because I'm curious to see what you guys think about this because we talked about MBDs and first tricks done. So Feast posted it. They changed the caption when they originally read Nick Bruce's comment, and that'll because they posted world's first.
Oh.
And it started stirring up a little bit of controversy.
Maybe it was
There
just
we
because
go.
of the backflip to it or something, because it's like a link.
Maybe,
could
but
be
then
world's first
go into the replies because there's some people in there too, and it starts to get a little not crazy. Go to view all replies.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
there's
I
a
seen
lot. Okay.
Yeah. KP up in there. Facts.
Yeah.
So I was just curious as to what you guys think about this one, because to me, Pat's Pat's trick. You know, like that was the trick that put Pat on.
But it was
what
it's
did Pac do it in? Like,
He-
what is,
It was
Dreamyard 3.
It was Yeah, it was like.
I have to
Dreamyard thing.
watch both
a
of them
video
side by
part,
side
right?
to see if there's
It's the
any
same.
difference. Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. I mean, that was one of the ones that I filmed, so it was fucking savage. You know,
Yeah.
absolutely savage.
It was-
he did
it-
and he did it perfect. And I left a comment on our Willies, and I said perfect trick choice, because. Like, as you saw, he is
First
wearing the
Pat
pack
Casey.
gloves.
Yeah.
Went to the camera. He went to James, I think that's James. Went to James of all people and was
Yeah.
like Pat Casey, you know. So I think it was.
He was giving low. He was
Tribute.
showing
Yeah,
low tribute.
and
tribute.
it's
So
called
it's Pat's trick.
and it's called
Yeah.
the Pat Casey Best Trick Challenge.
So
It was
Yeah.
like it was
Somebody else dropped the ball. 'cause
good
they didn't
natured.
know.
I think it goes to
That's
like what
somebody-
we're talking about.
Somebody
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah.
world's first.
World's-
It's like they just
yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Which is like,
And they may have
kinda
just
how
been
we
thinking
talked
from
about.
the
Well, could
and
they
it kind
mean,
of goes
like,
to the taste.
contest-wise, for world's first in a contest?
Or I think just the flip fakey
what's
to
interesting
it.
about that, we just watched the Jay Mirror double backflip. Mirror was the first to do it in the contest. Double
Yeah.
backflip.
True. Yeah.
But
that
knowing
was
who did
because
it
that was
first.
because X Games had a massive voice. And so
Massive.
they just wanted to put an asterisk on it, so they're like,
Yeah.
that's the first one in a contest, as if
yeah,
that
exactly.
mattered, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
and that was
Wasn't
you
that
know,
true with the 900 or no? Was that not true?
What?
Tony Hawk's 900. Did somebody do it before?
His hand
probably-
touched.
Oh, okay.
But so I
okay.
saw,
Yeah, but yes.
well, I saw
similar,
somebody else
right.
invented the trick and
No,
he
Toss
took it.
Papas.
Yeah.
It's so funny. There's a documentary about this.
Yeah.
And very, very small fact. When I
Let's
was
hear it.
18, I worked at a traffic school, and the guy was like, I went through this whole thing, no internet, basically. And the guy went through the whole thing, and I had to give him directions to where he had to go to traffic school for a speeding ticket or something. And I signed him up, and his name was like Toss Papas. And I was like, oh, do you skateboard? He's like, yeah.
Ooh,
That's it. That's my
It's like,
story.
you're the guy. You could've gave
No
him the
build
fist.
up. No build up. One complete letdown. Super funny though.
It's
Like
like,
I'm like
yo,
I
my man,
barely
I'm on
knew
your side.
skateboarding at all. Like
You should just told him like,
But-
I'm on your side.
there was at Minnesota X Games there was like 5 people holding signs that it said like Tony's hand touched Like no reference to the 900 at all. Just like his hand touched. So it's like controversy in that world, you know. But
I was just curious.
But yeah, the Toss dude was like doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they like set from that documentary, they set him up basically to not be able to do it on the big show. So
who was
because they wanted their hero,
the fakey front flip?
Kelly Bolton.
Kelly Bolton was also the first.
First, do the fakey front flip. Yeah. I remember that was
Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, there's always going to be progression, and I mean, think of how many tricks that he invented and people stole and done after him. But I saw that and I was like, whoa, that's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with the like, if somebody does something,
I think if you didn't know that if you don't see him go Pat Casey on his hat on his hand, and you don't know that the event is actually called like Pat Casey Best Trick Challenge, then it comes across as a little bit weird. But for me, knowing that, I saw it and I was like, that was sick.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just that taste, you know. If he did it in a different arena and didn't point to his hand and give love to Pat. Yeah, could be perceived as negative or disrespectful. Yeah. But in this instance, I think
he didn't have the ill intentions for it.
Exactly.
So in my eyes, I'm like, that's perfectly okay.
And he did it fucking good.
I know.
Really good.
He were fucking hell.
He did the backflip beforehand too to flip the fakie.
Yeah, even the way he does the flip fakie, he catches every little bit of the transition. It's crazy how good he can do stuff.
Could you do that any cleaner? Like,
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I mean, there's Pat's wife. You know,
all love.
Yeah. So. Yeah. There you go. You made it, dog. Yeah. Too funny. We'll end it there. All right. Where are we at? Oh, Feast Montpellier was at I think that's. Oh, and then. That is the worst collision I've seen in a good while. Like the face, the dude coming towards us, his face.
Yeah.
So reminds me of Simple Session.
Angie, right? Angie got crashed with somebody.
Oh my god, that one was.
You remember
horrible.
That one? Yeah, that was. It is pretty wild, bro.
There was a few bad ones over there. I think Garrett and Kaczynski.
Oh my god,
they got into one year too. It's just so crazy with those events when everyone's trying to get a practice in there's like a limited amount of time. Pat Casey got taken out at Feast the one year I was there at Montpellier, the last year that I was there, maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh my god. That was horrible.
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
God. I remember the dude was like not apologetic either. Like, I don't know if he felt like he was wronged or something like that. They're both going towards each other.
Yeah,
but
let's play that clip again. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, it's so hard to tell.
I'm gonna be honest. Play the clip again. Let's see it.
Who is it?
He was already there first. No, can't they both jump at the same time?
They're literally right in the middle. They both.
Well,
it's kind of hard to tell because they both.
She's got a filmer too.
Was he going over the hip?
Oh,
I think he tried to like change directions. It looked like.
Yeah, because like.
It looks like
she had the GoPro on.
Yeah, it's like if she, it looked like she was already in like making it happen, and he damn.
Yeah.
Well, I tried it, but Angie's in the right. I only say that because you pointed out the filmer, so I'm gonna say she was in the right. He saw it.
Well, because
Wow. Brian Nyquist just gets better every year.
Right. God.
He still makes that look so easy. It's
crazy.
Oh, it has a quarter at the end too. Sick. So I was hoping to spotted this right before we started filming. That wanted to get some love to Crandall and all he's doing over there. As it says, Nyquist took the win. Graciously donated $1,000 back to Radshare. So shout out to Nyquist. And then
This is going back.
So cool. I missed it.
Yeah. I think I went to the first one they had, and it was like just to see how many people showed up, and it was pretty cool that they didn't just do just the dirt jump. They had like a whole event for like all ages.
Yeah.
And got to give away some stuff. I think that's when I went there with GT, and it was like pretty cool to watch what he's been doing in the community, and like some of the kids I got to meet, like how they come up to him like, and it's like, oh dang, this is kind of sick, bro. It's really sick. Then to watch them get down that huge dirt jump.
Yeah.
Huge. Julian getting towed in.
Larry beating the earth to pulp, basically.
Yeah, unreal, man. Unreal.
Breaking a stem.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm talking about Crandall on the podcast. I feel like I've mentioned it once or twice. He obviously has Radshare, and then he has a coffee company called Drop In. It's one of those things that I don't know. I feel like if you're like a coffee snob, you go to you buy some. What's a good coffee company anymore? I don't even know. Intelligentsia or something like that. And it's like $18-20 and it's good coffee. So is this. I literally have, if you add it to your cart, you get, you can do redo, subscribe and save, and then save 15%. So I've been doing it for like 2 years. I look at it as like a Crandall Patreon.
Ooh,
instead of going to the grocery store and spending $18 on a bag of coffee at the store, I basically get 3 bags every 3 weeks from Crandall, and it comes with a cute little note. And sometimes I've gotten coffee mugs, I've gotten extra bags, I've gotten stickers, like literally old motherfucking FBM stickers.
Ooh, that's
and he's
so
like,
sick.
He's like, don't fuck up, just Crand. I farted. Crand, like just like a stupid note from Crandall, personal note from Crandall every month, and it's like my like Crandall Patreon. So I always try and plug it as much as I can. I try and do it every month on Instagram when it shows up, but it's like
I still can't believe I got to sit across from him to do the podcast. I was here for the Crandall one. It was like, this is insane.
That was the one. The first one here where it was boxes everywhere. But I had the podcast half set up. Like I was like, Crandall's in town. I have to do the podcast.
Shout out to Crandall.
I remember the first time I met him, I was starstruck. I've been watching you in Rofuls for so many years.
One of the like, since we're talking about it, is like every time somebody do something cool, I always say like, hey, if you stick at that long enough, you may be able to make a name for yourself.
Yep.
And he said that to Matt Hoffman one time. It was some kind of contest.
Damn, it's crazy. It's crazy to see how little is on the wall. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm locked in, bro. Look at
this. So very cool. Obviously, shout out to Crandall for all he does. And if you spend money on coffee, you might as well just give that money to Crandall too.
Yeah, I love instant coffee, but
drop in, baby. Yeah. Drop in.
I might have to.
Yeah.
All right. I said you could be a regular guest. Now I'm changing my mind. Instant coffee, yes.
Hey,
do you buy the coffee, then just put water in the coffee, or do you take some?
I just eat it right out of the spoon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I just take the powder and just put it on my
slurp it out of the toilet. Mix that up every morning.
Yeah.
Just scoop the cup.
Colin is the coffee connoisseur god.
Oh yeah,
he won't even drink Starbucks coffee, bro. I don't even know the difference in any of it. But
Starbucks burns their beans. We're not going to get into this. We're talking about coffee for an hour.
Could you say right now on the record, you can go into something else, but when it's a lighter coffee, it means it's stronger, right?
Yeah, usually like the lighter roaster actually have more caffeine in them.
True. Curtis out.
So like the blonde.
Yeah, would have more caffeine in it than like a darker roast.
Okay.
Curtis out, puppy. He's leaving so slow and
lingering.
Give it a good
trying to kick it.
Another jam that is happening today that I definitely don't have any footage of, but BMX Food Jam. Oh, no, it's actually happening tomorrow. That's why. All right, so tomorrow, but this podcast will not probably be out tomorrow. Probably be out on the 2nd.
And Henry?
Greg Henry, I assume. But shout out to Foo.
Keeping it going.
And then events that are coming on June 7th. Day of Shred 2, Oakland, California. Speedy G Jam, sick ass graphic. Shout out to Speedy if you need shirts and you want them printed by somebody who's very good at it, but also rides BMX. Hit up Speedy.
It's a really sick flyer.
Yeah, that's
super
cool.
retro.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. Bands, awesome. Oakland 6-7. I have to sniffle really bad. I'm trying to not
let it out. Like, come on. There we go. You gotta get a snot rocket or something.
Need everybody to hear that.
X Games Japan, June Osaka. So different area. It was in Chiba last few years. So it's in a dome, so no rain. That is very good.
Sick. You guys battled the weather out there pretty crazy last year and the year before that.
It's pretty brutal every time until last year because it was indoors.
Okay.
But, yeah, like cement like can't ride cement still wet.
Yeah.
So doing an ice rink.
But yeah, should be good. All I think it's flat, park, and street.
Oh, flat's in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
so
very cool.
sick.
And then there is, in between that, we have a jam at Idaho Falls. Another cool ass graphic.
It is.
And the park looks awesome too.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
Yeah, June 21st, Idaho Falls. Shout out to Death Fox. Sending that over. Hit him up if you have any questions or need any info or anything like that. X Games Salt Lake City is literally the weekend after. So, like, poor motherfuckers like Kevin going from
one to the next.
Going from Osaka, and then he has some sort of swatch event in the middle, and then Salt Lake City. So,
He's a man, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Probably went
one thing I didn't.
It's kind of similar to the Vans Huntington Beach Park.
Yeah, one thing I didn't realize is that that's this park and that big Vans park with the Vans graphic that is in Salt Lake. That's where it is.
Oh, really?
So there's
Okay,
they're at
okay.
existing parks and they're going to add stuff to the transition park
nice.
and to the street park. So this is where they're asking for stuff. And honestly, the park looks. If it was like the Street League style park or the CA skate parks, I don't think the rail would be that big. So that actually kind of looks. Am I mistaken? You would know,
I
Colin.
think you're right.
I feel like that rail is bigger than like a traditional X Games style park.
More currently for
Yeah.
sure. Like when you go back to like early like
like
mid
the
2000s.
Vista Park or something.
They've
like those
been
are
back and forth.
Yeah.
That it looks like middle size.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks smaller to me. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just sometimes they've had some cool courses that were big. Even the last one that I was at was kind of bigger and it was really fun. This one looks like it's pretty small, but I mean,
like the bigger features at Ventura, but like the rail itself was tiny.
the rail was really tiny
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so the rail here looks bigger, but then a lot of the other features
There's
look
nothing
really
big.
tiny.
Yeah.
But hopefully
Like that quarter
they're
pitches.
making some like awning or wall ride
Something,
thing
yeah.
or some sort of structure or something because they have.
It just favors. It's cool because it favors different. And that's the thing is every rider has their strong suit. So
Yeah.
different courses favor different riders. And this course it just doesn't look like you'll be able to carry speed through it. So it'll be more of like ridden technically. So
Yeah.
it's
I would say the
advantageous to-
course favors skaters than it does riders.
Well, yeah, 100%, 1,000 always.
First,
Oh,
skaters
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
And then some riders, obviously, all of them can adjust to it. Then some do prefer something on that scale in a sense. So someone would rather have like bigger features or like maybe a bigger rail or like a wall ride, like
Yeah.
certain things that kind of like add a little bit more of an element to it. But
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
I'm excited.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead,
It can,
Mikey.
it can get hairy, like hopping onto smaller stuff because you have to like regulate your hops. So then it's like gets a
yeah, you
little-
can't go.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you actually have a full size rail, I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting.
It's X Games, man.
Oh,
You getting an invite? Yeah. Yes.
No,
No.
haven't got one of those.
I'm gonna call them up right now. I'm gonna get on there.
I hope they
Please
get,
do.
I hope they get
Let
back
'em
to
know.
the real street stuff and all
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
I would assume I should have done this at the very beginning, and I thought the plug section was long enough, but I did not do X Games giveaway. Leave a comment. We're still giving away 2 general admission tickets all 3 days to Salt Lake City X Games. All you have to do is say I want to go to X Games Salt Lake City,
Sick.
and I'll force Albert to choose somebody.
Pressure's on.
I've been off the
Who are you gonna
YouTube.
pick?
Yeah, been off the YouTube comments. So sometimes I go streaks of not checking.
When
them,
is
so.
it gonna be?
It is the 27th through the 29th. So all 3
If you've never been to
days.
Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
it's a sick.
I saw some.
place.
I did see some
Salt
crazy
Lake's-
comments randomly. That was like, they were like, I want to come from Australia, and I'm like, I don't know. That's
yeah,
a big
that's
commitment. You may regret that, but it should be super cool. I think it being at a established park that the bowl is fun. The park is awesome. So hopefully they add a few things and it's really cool, and they add a couple of features here and it's a good event. So
Salt Lake City in the summer is the best too. It's just
It is
it's
so
gonna be
sick.
yeah. So yeah,
You were there
if you're
recently,
thinking
not too long
about
ago,
going,
right?
I try to go in the summers and the springs when I can get up there because there's just good riding up there. Everything, like all riding, and that time of year is just awesome. So if you guys are on the fence, that's a good one to go to. It's a good time of year to visit Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, this is the...
Yeah, I saw a lot of the
that's
girls
gonna be-
riding it
yeah.
recently. I think Angie, Nikita, like a few other people
Oh,
riding
yeah.
it. They're riding this one.
They probably went out there to train.
Yeah, see, this
Yeah.
angle looks
they have
better
the indoor
for that
one at
part,
the
too.
training facility, the indoor one, right?
Is that in Denver?
It looks like
That's
a
in
good
Salt Lake
venue.
City.
They have the
Is it Salt Lake
bleachers and
City?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work well
Yeah.
for the event, probably. This is easy. Plug and play.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. And honestly, the
That-
bowl is way bigger than what they would be able to make. So hopefully,
Yeah.
if they add a couple of small things just to switch stuff up, it'll be amazing. So very cool.
Yep. Shout out to X-Games.
Yeah.
And then where are we at? X-Games Pond Fest. I think we've maybe mentioned, but I feel like these are one of the bigger ones.
So another sick flyer.
Yep.
I know. Their art's been on point.
Yeah.
This one, the dude, since we're talking about it, he actually had like the, I think there you go.
That is the Bass Pro fish doing a down wipe right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And he's on the hook too.
He's on the hook.
He's hooked.
Yeah. So July 4th through the 6th, Pagosa Springs, Colorado.
Is that a patch as well? It looked like it's a patch. Like
It's designed like that. That would be
Yeah.
sick. That'd be a sick patch. Everything looks like a patch, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Sick.
I want to go. I'm trying to sort that out mentally. Hall of Fame ceremony, aka the thing that you saw my votes for. There are no comments. I don't know, but that is on September 20th, 2025, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Get to see some cool ass old folks talking about old times. Hopefully
Yeah.
Castillo wins and he's really awkward. up there.
Yeah.
That would
Oh
be
my
fantastic.
god, dude! Since we're talking about
Fantastic
it, I
to
gotta
watch.
say it right now. I gotta say it. Shout out to Castillo. And crazy that Mike's here. And my girl sent me the video the other day. But I went up to volume, me and Mike, and I was filming Mike on the volume ramps. And Mike is jumping the hip. I step back, foot on nothing. So
Yeah,
I
there's
fall.
nothing there.
Nothing there. So I fall behind the ramp. This is like right after I broke my jaw and my chin and everything. So I'm like good enough to ride now.
Yeah.
Fell off the ramp, and Brian comes out and he's like, "What are you doing? You better not be peeing behind my ramp." We were like, "What?" I was like, and Mike's like, but the video's still rolling. He's like, he's like, "You okay?" Mike's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And he's like, he fell. He's not peeing. And I got up, my finger's like,
Yeah, finger
it's like
just
just dislocated.
finger just totally
Just dislocated.
It's
It
going
was
the
like,
wrong direction.
Going the wrong
You know
direction.
what I mean? Just
And
going
Brian's
the
like,
wrong
well,
direction.
people usually pee back there. And it was like, oh, really? It's like, dude. So I had to go pop my finger back in and inside. And he thought I was peeing behind the ramp. But it was, yeah.
You're
But
like,
yeah. That's like, hold on. He's like, oh. Yeah. So shout out to Castillo, man.
Too good. Too good. Where are we at? I lost it again. My brain is mush.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I appreciated that story. Previously mentioned, all of these have been mentioned in previous months, but there is a lot coming. Like I said, International BMX Day is in there, Hammer and Nails, Prime Minister of the Streets, 2 heavy street jams, Battle of Hastings. I've heard some different plans to switch that up this year, and I heard of some teams and some people are coming, and it's going to be a fucking good one. Nora Cup, of course, aka I'm Stressed, and a couple of feast events, Terry Adams documentary, whole thing. So lots of stuff in the works. Go ahead and check this out. Videos 302. This whole video is
So good.
so good.
Yeah.
And it's like you remember that this is like leavings, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, it's set to Big L, I believe, right? No confirmation.
Okay,
Fuck
yeah.
me. All right, I was probably wrong. Heavy crew, all just stuff that they didn't want for their full part, and you can kind of tell, like they're kind of
This clip's
fucking around. Yeah.
180 back crook.
And when I say
That's a
fucking around, I
rolling-
mean like
the rolling fish
their
is so
level of
clutch.
fucking around.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the whole thing. I mean, obviously Grant is amazing at filming, so it's like it's just shit that like this is so good. Whole video. This whole point of this is that these are videos that you should watch. Not that we are going to watch all of it. Did I say that right? 145, and then 145. Oh.
Some shredders in this video.
I'm realizing
this was a good clip.
We talked about this. We talked about this the banger last month, but this is we'll keep it going. But yeah, that was deep. So crank pop over.
Spooky.
And then
this is kind of the same area of Marius, the guy that you introduced me to, and the one guy, the video I sent you. It's kind of from the same.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Okay, let me add that in. Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I mean, this is. I believe Felix made this, filmed him. This is his crew, Fracture. So
yeah,
so sick.
But yeah, and then the banger we talked about last month. So I'll leave it there. But very good riding the whole way through.
Infinity Ice Peak.
Yeah.
Should we watch it?
He iced straight to that properly too.
Soft. 2 weeks ago. What is Silent Media House? Oh, this is Silent Mac. So this is friend of the guy?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah, it's one of his homies.
What is his name? He told me.
Yeah, I can. Description. Angelo Kurtz.
Angelo Kurtz.
Copenhagen, Cologne, and Malmo. I'm thinking of, I was like, damn, spots. And then I was thinking of a conversation that we had before, and I was like, is that disrespectful?
That's such a good point. It's only weird if, in this even, it's not really weird, but Instagram. If you're watching people's stuff,
if you filmed yourself talking about this, oh my god! Because I don't think people had ever really said this out loud.
And I'm gonna say it: if you see a guy riding a spot and you like the riding, don't say to him, "Oh, spot looks sick," and you don't compliment the riding. At least give him a compliment. At least say, "Yo, it's like, yo, you killed it. That spot's fire too." Like crazy. But that's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
No,
I laugh every time I see it now.
It's funny. It's like
it's a backhand. Yeah, because you could take it as a backhanded a sick spot. You should have wrote it better. You know what I mean? A sick spot, right?
It's like if you're out there and you've done that.
It just means that he could have shot a photo of the spot and then you would have commented the same thing.
But realistically, it's hard. We all ride, so it's like realistically, it's like it's nothing bad. But that's the first thing kind of mind. It's like, so you didn't like the bar span, bro? The spot was cool.
Yeah, that spot was really the reply comes. Yeah, that spot was really fun to ride.
Yeah,
it's basically me watching every single skate video ever. I'm like, don't give a fuck about what's happening, really.
Yeah.
I just want to see the spots.
Like, spot's crazy, bro. Just being the spot's crazy. Spot's so
Look
crazy.
at that spot. The disrespect.
But more so but yeah, shout out to those spots, bro. Spots are crazy.
Angelo is killing it, though.
He did it in Wayne double bar screen like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Angelo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marius for putting me onto this dude too.
Dude, that man is traveling right now.
He is.
Solo.
The guy that Mike introduced me to, that told me about this guy, he's on a trip from Cologne, Germany, but he's
driving solo from Canada, and he's going all the way. He's doing just the whole West Coast trip. I don't know if he's sticking to the coast, but he's going all the way down to the bottom of Mexico. I'm talking like from Canada to the bottom of Mexico.
Oh, he's going South America.
Yeah.
Like all the way down. So
solo, which is crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
People die doing that shit.
Yeah.
And he's just riding.
You know, if you put that in like Google Maps, they're like cannot figure out destination.
Yeah.
They literally are like
I've been.
We're not encouraging this
like,
loose
this
behavior.
Isn't a road. What are we doing here?
Are we?
Yeah.
All right, shout out to Angelo Kurtz. I'll add this in because soft. And then, all right, clicking through Malice. People always talk about that there's no Plaza edits anymore. But
yeah, this video is so sick.
Yeah,
this video is sick. Yeah. That dude can
I don't know why.
ride
This
anything.
is REA, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to him for wearing the really big Jinkos with. He put like something in his pocket. It was like crazy.
Like
it was something in
like
his
a
pocket.
Game Boy or
yeah,
something?
it was so sick.
Put a whole car in there.
You can't put a car in there. Huh?
If you're worried about somebody stealing your car, you just put.
You put Albert's car in there.
Yeah, you could definitely put Albert's car in there.
I don't. This was doing this earlier. So another Grant video filmed really well. Heavy squad, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Bottle
Watts
Kids,
Park.
a few bottle. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But whole video is linked in there. Same old message. If I cut something off, nothing personal. 2:11. This is a montage of 30. We can just watch this one clip. I feel like, well, 2 clips, 3 clips, 4 clips. I don't know.
That's probably one of the craziest way to do a tire ride, riding on.
That is
riding
danger.
On one.
Harrison. I feel like hopefully Harrison's working on something because I feel like I haven't seen anything for a little bit.
I thought I saw something recently.
Did you?
Maybe not. Maybe it could be somebody else. But
He's riding 6 spots.
Yeah.
On his Instagram.
Yeah, probably
doing 6 stuff.
Yeah. About to comment
he's
spot
one of those
right
guys
now.
that can literally. Put
He's actually
the
not
trick in
riding
anywhere.
good spots.
Yeah, he's riding very.
Let me think about this.
Very difficult spots, man.
Not riding good spots.
Very
He's just
difficult spots.
riding them really fucking good.
He is, man. The
Nobody-
lowest brim hat too. Just
Yeah.
just the lowest.
How can you see where
brim.
you're going?
He can't see. He can't see. He's just doing it, bro. Bar spinning by
Dude,
faith, not by
insane.
sight, bro. He's just doing it. It's like,
No.
how do you make it look so sick? Like,
There's not one spot comment on
Yeah.
there.
well played, Dexter.
125. Sorry, I had to remember the.
Joey Cubs would tell you.
Dude,
Oh, you were telling me about Michael Dixon, right?
Dude, this guy is.
This video is
Michael
sick.
Dixon.
He does.
And I'm
He's
You're
been killing it.
People sleep
So
on him
good,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I think it's this clip right here. Yeah.
He
That's
just
what
make
I
it
was
look
talking
like it was
about earlier.
nothing. The opposite.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
opposite
opposites.
hard whip, switch whip.
Insane. Made it look casual.
Filmer looked like he was filming himself.
Yeah. So I call it the Christian swag shot from back in the day. Filming
Oh, yeah, with the
like,
coming in with
they're
the
coming
board,
in,
yeah.
dude. Set the tone.
He's so good at those
Jeez.
nose waves.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Six spot.
He just jumping out. He is jumping out. You can sit on those stairs. It might be a nice view when you're looking out.
Sick view.
Sick view. He just whipped down a sick view. That was
And
crazy.
it wasn't Frisco.
Yeah,
No.
He blew
yeah.
the
Shout out
shit
to
out.
Michael, man. Michael Dixon.
This was a good video.
This
too.
was good, yeah.
Jeez.
One of the
Crazy.
best. That is.
Yeah.
ugh.
That is horrible idea, just done perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my foot
Yeah.
on this. I know a guy like that, Albert.
Albert,
Right.
man.
Good
They
old
the
sneaky,
special
sneaky foot Bert.
Yeah, just special people, man. Dries is very special.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've only rode with him one time, and we were up in LA when we were riding, and he
Yeah.
took a slam that was like, and he just got up, went back, did the shit again. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
he's a very inspiring dude. You know,
Yeah.
like I've
Yeah.
kept in very loose text conversation with him over the years. Like we did a Japan trip, and just I got to learn.
I was on that trip with you. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
It was like one of the times I got to spend time with him and
Yeah.
get to know him a little bit. He's really, really, really cool guy.
inspiring. You know, like just his way of life is
Yeah.
very, very different from anybody else's that you will probably come across in BMX. Like I can't think of another Hare Krishna BMXer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he lives a very different style of life and
Crushes.
And, yeah,
He
and
just recently got
crushes.
engaged too. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Shout out.
Miami too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Cool. Shout out to Jarvis again. Video is meant to be enjoyed all the way through.
Very good.
Matt Copeland, 48 years old,
Still handling biz.
Yeah,
bro.
getting rocked on a rail. But
haven't seen this.
long video part, 40 or well, it's kind of last few minutes are kind of not necessarily the main video part, but the riding the whole way through.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So sick.
and Matt is just ultra lifer, incredible rider that rides probably five times a week while working full time, and it shows.
Yeah.
48 years old.
Jeez, man.
So, and then
That was so sick.
the last, I mean, the pseudo last clip. He has some more cool shit in here, but is just a bar spin, but it's for I don't know what the time code is.
The hitching post, man.
Yeah.
Where is it? I'll just let it play. Just a bar spin, but for a 48-year-old rider is very impressive.
Wow.
Here, all right, I'm gonna find this because I don't know this. 3:30. It's of course like 8 seconds. God, my patience.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Is that a boat?
Shit, yeah.
Is that a boat?
That's
Yeah.
a thing. That was cool.
Just
Oh.
hop bar over a barrier.
Wow.
At 48 years old, I feel like is like the most impressive thing I've seen in a while.
Jeez, man. Wow.
I don't know. For me,
Shout out to Matt Copeland.
No kidding.
Legend.
Dude, it's tough to ride every day and have a full job. That's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
man's what, almost 15 years older than I am,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that's crazy.
Yeah. This one, before I play the clips, I don't know how to. I'll play them while I read it. I guess that's the solution here. So Dan Price, I feel like he had parts in old Mutiny videos. UK head street rider dude, and then Amos Burke, who's like a legendary English flatlander that had that like street flat, like hybrid style.
Like one of the first to kind of really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think.
Taking this from you, Colin.
Oh, it's all you, baby.
But
there's more.
Jeff Z posted this and put it in here. It said 2 street riders who really don't get the credit they deserve. Dan's yoga infused dirt bros influenced street style was light years ahead of his time, and Amos has been firing out massive rails between flat sessions for just as long. Seeing these two Hastings UK staples doing their thing at 53 and 51, and still to be ripping still be spearing. I don't know what that means, but since the early inspiring me since the early 2000s.
What's
I got
interesting,
it.
Mike brought up something that was really cool today. There's our friend Ricky has he's like, he has a style, like we were trying to figure out who's his style like, and I like to take a few guests, and it was like eventually guess it was Jeff Z, and it's like, oh dang, when you put it together they do have a very similar style. Then now watching this and Jeff words, I can see the inspiration of Jeff. It's like, oh okay, I see where. Yep.
Yeah. And it's probably like cyclical in a lot of ways, because those dudes probably credit Jersey and stuff like that in so many different ways, and they're all just like, it's funny how it's like.
What do you think about that Jersey man?
He's a different Jersey.
He's a different Jersey.
I was gonna say that's completely different.
I have to pee.
Do you think?
I'll see if there's more lights.
Yeah.
I guess.
I can piss too.
Yeah. Camera's still running.
Rolling.
Right. Still rolling. Shout out to all the Patreon subscribers that will get this.
Thank God that guy's gone. No,
yeah, let's talk.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, nobody's
that
getting
spot
interrupted.
though. I like that. That's such a cool like thing. Cause like I only get it on like the Instagram stuff because it's like so direct right away. So when you like a person like, that spot is so sick. It's like, oh man, I thought you liked me.
Yeah, but I did a trick on it.
I did a trick on it, bro. Give me some love.
Did you see it?
It's hard. It took me a couple tries.
Yeah, right.
I actually think I literally had that happen. What, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
We rode that UCSD spot with that curb that you can grind up.
Yeah.
And I did that switch pegs, oppo hard up, Smith nose down. 6 spots.
6 spots.
I was like, bro, I feel like I did something pretty cool
Come on,
there.
man.
What?
Come
I
on,
can't
bro.
even
Give
get
it to
a
me.
Pat me on the back.
Yeah, please, bro. Please. Nah, that's it's almost impossible though, right? Because like we
Well, it's not-
consume
it's not like
consume BMX so much, and it's like when you see somebody riding something really sick, you do picture yourself riding it. So it's like,
Yeah.
dang, even if you don't ride, it's like, dang, I want to see that in person.
Yeah.
It's like I want to, yeah. So
I'm sure it's not. There's no ill intention.
it's all
about it,
ill
you know what I
intention.
mean?
All ill.
Fuck your riding.
Oh, you can curse now, huh?
Yeah, it's been 30 seconds. I think.
Yeah.
That's right.
Leave in the comments how much you guys have been enjoying the Our BMX podcast, not just the what happened in BMX, but also include what you think these guys can do better.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let them have it.
Yeah.
And
Hammer.
I'll stand behind you. So
I got your back.
Yep. Some real good critiques and perspectives of others can go a long way. Yeah. So, hey, speaking of constructive criticism, Mike been giving me a lot of constructive criticism. I'm real stubborn. And I asked the other day, he was like, yeah, you should do this. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to practice that. It's like, you know what? You're right.
Oh, man.
We're trying to grow here. I'm trying to grow.
It's hard.
So, yeah, trying to grow. He's back.
We're back. We peed. 50% of us peed.
I'm good. We're not going to be in for that. We got this.
We got Instagrams. You never know. Dennis been killing it with the
shout out Dennis. I know
tubs.
he's been.
Yeah.
Not this one. I seen the
jumping
last one, that backflip that he did.
Yeah.
He's so
Wow.
crazy.
Wait, that's not it.
No, it was the newest one. I think
this thing
did some crazy backflip. It was on his Instagram. I didn't watch the full video yet, but I saw Chad posted some clips.
Where
is this it?
That's crazy.
That's big. How big is that?
This is where he like straight jumps it, and you can this next angle. Oh,
Crazy.
God.
Dennis.
That sound
Such a
like
unreal feeling.
Yeah.
If you've never done a backflip, please go learn.
Nah, never have.
It
Never
is
done a
probably
flip,
over
never done a
over a
whip.
jump. It is unreal. It is.
Would
Yeah.
love to.
Probably
Been trying to go to
one of the
Woodward
craziest
for
feeling
like
things.
35 years.
Dennis has a
Why you
Woodward
looking at
league.
me?
Getting
Why you looking at
baited
me?
into this. Hey, we're going.
Yeah, I said it so many times. Well, you ride. Hey, to be fair, Mike ride for 80s. He has a colorway coming out, so I'm riding your coattails, bro. You got the frame sponsor.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's get the plug.
I don't know when it's coming out.
He put out the video. We talked about.
Was
the
it?
video, but
Is it Paulo? What's his name?
Yeah, it's Pablo.
Pablo. Yeah.
Pablo and Diego.
Yeah,
Super
shout out.
cool ass dudes.
So that bone, the colorway is. Haven't really talked about it, but you're here.
Yeah, so we've got the colorway. It's called. Well, I'm just calling it Bonehead White, right?
That's it right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's like it's literally just bone white, maybe a little bit lighter, but I fuck with it. I think it looks really good.
Sick spot.
That's such a good spot, dude.
Such a sick spot. Such a sick spot. He's here. Such a sick
Yeah, I mean,
spot.
it's not. It's just, it's like 2 hours away, but I feel like I don't ever see any clips on it. So we just rode it that day. But
Yeah.
No.
I feel like so many people know Mike through like just from coming to San Diego and like running into him, or if you've been around me and you've been around Mike. But Mike took a very professional hiatus from riding for a while, 4 years to be exact.
4 years.
4 years,
Yeah.
yeah. Then made his way back in through the TikTok video. When I talked about,
that was literally it.
Yeah, but one of our other friends, Marcus, asked me one day. He was like, "Why is it Mike sponsored?" I was like, "Cause he stopped riding."
Yeah.
But I was.
And
like,
you got a mean turn down too, dude.
Oh, dude,
one of the
unreal.
I was hyped on this. I never
Yeah.
rode. Lived
Albert,
out here
bro.
for-
You and Albert, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I got handed to him, man. After what? It's been 3-4 years that we've been shooting photos.
Yeah, just randomly pointing the
killing
camera
it.
around.
Yeah.
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 But Mike came
That's
back
that's
around.
like an homage. He may and may not known it, but there was like it's an homage to very old school photos, just doing like a kick turn on it. Same exact
Really?
thing, like really
Wow.
kind of barreled
Oh,
in from low.
very cool.
Yeah, it's there's no way I'm going to be able to pull it up, but
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've been living out on the West Coast for 10 plus years now. Never once been to that spot. Like
And you
never
got-
once.
What
And
was
it's
that
just
like 3 weeks ago? You guys went?
Yeah,
we all
went
went
up there.
there.
And specifically, I remember watching Chase 3 that thing back in the day, and it was insane.
It was
when
a ride cover
you
too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You you get there, like you see it on a video, and it's like, okay, that looks pretty chill, but it's pretty gnarly.
It's hard to ride.
It's kind of gnarly to ride. I didn't realize how savage it was to really jump. But.
Give Mike Yup a follow if you watched it.
Definitely.
He's a great guy.
80s is cool. Diego and Pablo are like lifelong riders. Diego showed us around in Chile, like for like on that Vans trip. It was super fucking cool. You know, you could tell his style of riding. He's like, look at this fucking like little tiny bank to let, and it's like Kramer's in here looking at trees and shit.
Right?
Like, you know, it was funny watching that dynamic of like having a spot guide, you know, that is like Cuddy and all that stuff. And I still follow Diego on Instagram like to this day.
Yeah, Diego's sick.
Yeah,
I've never met Diego in person.
Oh yeah, he's fucking
Pablo
awesome.
comes up here like once,
yeah,
maybe twice.
Pablo's super cool, and he's in it for the right reasons and stuff like that. So always down. So
you stretched today? Get yourself back in the back, man. We'll take a drink of the Dales.
Speaking my language.
Time code 140. I will be honest, I did not get to watch this one.
Oh yeah, this was good too.
Backwards
Renato.
guy.
Yeah,
He's insane. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
So much control.
Yep.
Amazing.
I met him at Brisbane, and he is like just casual shit. You know, like his level of riding, and he's super well rounded because I feel like he gets a lot of the love from like Instagram, like the backwards combos to grinds, like on fly rail stuff. But he is like well rounded, can do fucking everything.
And where is he from?
He's from somewhere else, but he's in Australia now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think he's from a real small place. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's my least favorite. That's my least favorite question on the podcast. Where's he from? What's his favorite food? What kind of gas mileage does car get?
What spot is he riding tomorrow?
He did tires, backlash cab tires on that.
Yeah, unreal.
Nuts, man. Cabbing into a tire is crazy.
Yeah.
And then Biz
video. So
this is the song jacking. God, why did he song jack? All right, I got to turn the song off before I get in trouble. Sorry. But
one of my favorite people to go on a trip with and just be around.
Yeah, he's the man.
He is the man.
I've only met him. I think I met him one time.
Yeah.
And I think you guys were on a volume trip, but you were down here at the time, and we just rode to school or whatever. But from what I remember, he was a very cool guy.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting guy. Yeah. Love Boston Market.
Remembers being born.
Yeah, we talked about that. Bro, oh my God. How crazy is we were talking, me and Mike were talking about Biz the other day about those particular things and like talking about stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, Biz remember being born. Like, insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane. During the Ends podcast, he got kind of worked up because he said some like nurse got at him, was like, there's no way you remember being born. He's like, don't tell me what I remember.
You know, I can't, I don't blame him, but it's like, how dare her or how dare we is crazy because it's like,
yeah,
we have kids and you, I'm sure, take photos of your kids just like I take photos of my kids, and I think that if I show them stuff with them right away, eventually that will help retain a lot of what they remember when they're older, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, Biz didn't have that. And it's like, we do have certain things that we can kind of remember, but being born is like,
that's early.
You know what was so important
and then
about
there
it?
was light.
Well, what's so crazy? Our friend Marcus, we were talking about like what happens when you die, and Marcus said something that was really interesting. He was like, "Well, the light, just like if you walk towards the light, you come back." And when you're born, you see a light. It's like the light. So it's like, oh, that's pretty wild. But like, who are we to believe in a God but can't believe a human that said they remember being born?
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
No. Yeah.
But like, Biz is a really, really interesting guy. So
my kid remembers being burned by fire at 2 because he was like trying to touch a candle.
Well, so
and I was like,
wow.
and I was like, don't. I was,
Don't
you know,
do it.
and I was like, all right, do it. And he'll be like, yeah, remember that time?
Yeah, don't touch that.
Hey, he brought it up years later, like not me. And so
well, it makes me wonder, was there like an event that happened when he was born?
Yeah.
Because a lot of my childhood memories are just some sort of either really great event or something that was really fun.
Yeah.
Both ways, you know what I mean? But I don't remember all the shit in between it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, congrats on your 2025 59-second video part, Biz.
Yeah, shout out to Biz. Man. Still doing it.
Seriously, it's fucking awesome that like Enz and Biz and Doyle are getting like support from brands in this day and age and keeping them motivated to be on their bike. I think that's like
awesome.
because like that's what BMX is about, the kids in the beginning that we talked, the 18-inch bikes and stuff like that, but it's also about like keeping that part of it alive.
The history and
so
what will be the foundation of a lot of things. So yeah.
And we just need to get Biz like pre-drunk, and then he can come and do a podcast. He can't start drinking; he has to drink like an hour beforehand and then come in. So, because it's not going to be entertaining until he actually starts talking. Like really.
That's my guy, bro. Shout out to Biz.
246. Jack Henneke.
Such a very versatile rider.
Yeah.
He can do so much stuff on both sides, and a lot of like Corrali.
Good.
Oh yeah, huh?
Did I say 240? Sorry, my bad. Is that 246? I just clicked it so wrong.
Such a sick spot.
It's so natural. It's so natural to say it in your head.
Dude.
You're like,
Look
whoa.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
It's
Look at that.
It's not like they're really trying to backhand you.
I saw myself doing the ice 180.
Dude,
bro.
cruising while doing that. That was awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fluidity.
Yeah.
Jack is originally from California, but he lives East Coast. Works with Merritt. He also is a rider for Merritt and Rickson.
Very cool.
We'll cut it after this clip. But very good video the whole way through, 4 minutes long. Not that many. That is not the correct. What happened here? Somebody done gone in my thing, because I know this. Was it me? Was it
Could
you?
have been me.
I was laughing at the idea of putting a time code for like a riding thing at 57 minutes. It was like funny to me. I'm like, there's 57 minutes of raw footage.
Heavy.
I did not watch this because it's very long, but I checked the comments and people were like, I can't believe I sat through that at all in one watch. But when this car goes by,
jeez,
I just laughed. Did you see how small the car was?
Yeah.
Dude.
Very. It was a Jeep.
Look, this really like fucks up your brain. Look how small the Jeep is.
He's so high.
Jeez.
God. Oh.
He got he just made it work.
It's like he had done it.
He's
like
I
5 times already that week.
He's like, I just need to hold it like this and it's gonna be perfect.
That clip is insane. Why didn't he start? I guess he didn't want to pick up too much speed.
Like starting from further up, right?
And just like balance for a second. And then like let the speed take him. He just pedaled into
From
it.
right there,
He takes a
too.
pedal. What is that?
It's the fear pedal type thing.
He just puts his foot on.
No, the first one.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, was his front tire rolled off?
Look how windy it is. Look how windy it is.
Like the
He
front
didn't even
tire,
Wait, where's
he
the
pulled
fall?
and it was nothing, and he did it
popped
perfect.
after the front tire was already gone.
So did you guys? You guys probably didn't listen to the podcast, but did you hear
heard
it?
it. Yeah, I heard the
He literally
story.
got dropped off. He's going to the beach with his family, or going to the lake with his family, and he's like, "I'm gonna go get a clip."
Called his friend that don't live near there, right?
Yeah.
They like met up.
Yeah, family drops him off. He does this, and then goes to hang out with the fam.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Jumped in the water after taking a dirt bath.
Well,
Then
that's
coming out
perfect.
successful.
I mean, it makes
Shout out to him.
That is some like on and off switch.
Look at that
type
front
shit.
tire again. He pulled, but the tire had already dropped
It's
off.
already off of the roof.
Crazy how he was
His
able to just make
tire
it
is
happen,
off
bro.
of the roof.
Unreal.
His foot's getting on the pedal as his front wheel's coming off the roof.
some people are just fit for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, just fucking built for it, I guess.
God, yeah, it did roll off.
Look at that spot.
Wow. All right. Sorry, I didn't notice that before. We did
yeah, it rolled off, and he didn't flinch.
No.
It just made it work.
I mean, what are you going to do at that point?
You know how a dead hop feels.
God! Yeah, his knee tweak out to the side, too. He just straightened it. That was like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's
Legend.
The whole video is 130 or 1 hour and 35 minutes. So
I think I was around Cole, and he was talking about this is like earlier last year. He was like, I was around, like, some of the stuff that he did in this video makes you want to throw up. It makes you want to puke. I can't believe he like stepped to this stuff. And it's like, now I see what he's talking about.
After he did the podcast, they rode in San Diego the next day, and I got sent a photo of what he did at UCSD, and I was like, holy fuck, I should have come out.
He did it.
Like
he did it.
Wait.
He did it.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I know exactly what he did. The thing.
I can't tell if Demarcus is being serious or not.
The one.
I'm gonna grab a beer.
I was like,
keep talking about the thing.
He can do that. That's the only thing.
Like,
it has to be. It has to be that. Man.
I think if it's what I think it is.
If I think it's what it, I'm not going to mention it till afterwards, but I know if he did.
I mean, I'll bring it up right now. I'm editing this, so Stu, if this is in the video, I am so sorry. But
I can say it before you bring it up because I think I know what it is. I'm not going to even look. But
where is it? Maybe I thought he sent it. Maybe it was Stu and Dennis.
He did the.
What
I'll show you with my hand.
No, it's a rotation.
Okay, never mind.
It's a rotation.
I'm thinking of the. Either way, it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, it is. It is heavy. So.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did that too.
It could have been. Maybe I didn't get the photo.
It could have been.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, because we talked about it when the building was. It was a building there. They were still building stuff in front of it, and it's like, dude, I can just jump this. I do not want to jump this. But
it's so fucking doable.
I want to know what you're talking about.
It's extremely doable, and I think that
it's
I think any one of us can step to it and do it. But it's one of those things. When I say anyone, I mean like you have to be sure of the bunny hop. But it is
it's a fast,
right up his. He would just do it like that's
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's true.
That's what I thought. But like you said, he could have did that too.
Yeah.
He didn't get the photo.
Yeah.
But now my brain is like don't know now.
Rotation. Yeah, now I'm out.
Killian, so kind of in the same spectrum of things, just another calculated. Well,
very
yeah.
That feeble crank 180 on this thing.
Yeah, that's what it's. So this is checking in with Killian, kind of his home life, and Killian's a super quiet dude. So seeing him kind of in his home element was really cool, and this is shot really well. As in addition, and I mean, like he does he tries this thing where it's like he's trying feeble into the gap into the thing, and you're like, what the.
He's like, it's not lining up. It's not possible. And it's like you can do that, but it's like he's saying that. Then it's like, he does so much savage stuff.
The last clip is just.
Oh, it's the crank arm. That's what it was. I'm thinking feeble crank. Lucky to crank arm. Wait.
Luckies are sick.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, insane.
He rides like 3 PSI.
Shot beautifully as well too.
Calvin, right?
I
think Calvin filmed all of this.
Did he?
I could be wrong.
I'd be surprised if he went all the way out there, but I wonder if it has a credit. Because I at a point I looked in the credits and it didn't.
I think Calvin. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's worth the watch.
Like
There's
Calvin.
It kind of did. We watched that.
I heard him talking in the background, like
Calvin.
when he was in the house, talking about like where he moved from, like his parents. Like I think Calvin was asking him questions in it. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, entirely possible. So honorable mentions to Davey Osgood, always killing it. You feel like he's just out there all the time, crushing it. And that's it for videos. And then we have Instaclips. I added a bunch of this at a point, and I did not click what was already in there.
So good.
Donkey's the best.
Yeah.
If you guys have never done a G-turn, go out and learn them. They feel unreal.
Feels crazy.
Now, I ain't saying you're going to be able to do it like this, but this is so sick.
Yeah.
Probably the best bike control rider.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal.
12-year-old Leon.
Oh, that was so sick. He's so tiny.
What
Double
the
fuck? Truck to tuck to flare bar. And he's catching everything.
He knows where he's going, too. He's like landing and cranking towards it.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that down whip, too.
This is how I'm watching this for the first time.
Wow.
I did not see this on our own Instagram account.
Wow.
Crazy. I love the I assume that's just some translation. Incredible and priceless. I assume he's talking about being posted or something. Crazy. Oh, this was just like a mean 3-flip.
Oh, yeah, I saw this clip.
Oh, that was
Like
beautiful.
like you don't
Beautiful.
see him like that anymore.
He was peaked out. There was like There was Nastasio right there.
Yeah, he came into the transition so.
He did that was like a Big Daddy one.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
Like super extended.
That was a true.
He was
pulled
like,
the bike
leg
in
straight
to
like,
get it
yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
that
was a true blue.
Let's play that one more time.
No, I'm down.
Backflip.
Watch him pull up the bars at the end. Like if he don't pull up, he's front casing.
Oh, he did pull him up, bro. Wow.
But he laced
The
it
mount
perfect.
flick, I saw that.
Jacob's sick.
Crazy.
6 spot too.
Bro, this is
Matt
X
knows.
Games. If you watch this,
Yeah.
this is another one you should put in there.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, not funny. Poor guy. I don't know how he hasn't gotten an invite yet,
Yeah,
but
that's crazy, right?
it's kind of. I mean,
in the comments on the X Games post that I showed, like Reiki's was in there, and he said, I don't need. Or he's like, qualifying round would be tight.
spin. I
But
mean,
yeah. I mean that's the idea. Is that it's just they're
too many people
Yeah.
that are good enough to be in it.
Yeah.
And there's not enough spots. That's what always has been the case.
I mean, I would fucking love to be able. I mean, I've talked about it so many times.
Why
but
don't they do like a group stage?
And so, like what I was saying about that Salt Lake City course, like you put somebody like him on that course,
yeah.
You're right.
yeah, he'd be hard to beat.
Very hard to beat. Yeah.
I don't care what you're doing. You ain't beating that if he does that.
It is hard because
Very
it's like they have
consistent as well.
those dudes that where they're part of it, you know, like a Matt Ray, and it's so if you fucking blow it, you're out. You know,
Yeah.
but he's an incredible bike rider, and the course may not have been the course for him. And it's like if they had a qualifying round, and I've had the conversation because like where I'm like, have a qualifying round, I'll film it with another filmer. You guys can pick out clips that we film the day before or 2 days and make a little cut and be like, hey, these are the dudes that made it here. Like, these are the best riders. Here's a 2-minute highlight. This is the best dudes. And you don't have to pay them fucking anything, and people will come for the chance to ride it. You know, at least, and you don't need to open it up to 50 people. Open it up to 16. Just double the field.
Yeah.
You know, like, or
You have your
guarantee
invites.
4 and then open up 4 spots for 12 people and let those 12 people battle it out for 4 spots or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like no cost.
I do like a lot like Johnny. He's real vocal about wanting to be a part of it.
I think it's cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I love it
Yeah.
because like a lot of
should
times
be.
you can shoot yourself in the foot by not like expressing that you want to be a part of certain things, but like him being vocal about it,
Yeah.
it's like, dang, it's kind of sick because that opens up the door for everybody else to feel a little bit more comfortable about like, dang, I do want to be a part of this. Like,
yeah.
it's not wrong
Yeah.
to like want to have or be or participate in something that you look up to. And
I mean,
you're-
especially at Salt Lake when the park is there.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, like it's one thing like, hey man, you got a short amount of time. We only have this window of thing. Like, it's like, dude, I mean, it's just a bummer. Like
Yeah.
I would love for more people to get their shot and be a part of it. But
Seems like
as
X-Game's been
always,
vocal too
yeah,
about like it's like, who do you think we should invite?
Yeah,
It's like,
it
that's cool.
seems
They're
like they
doing.
want-
They're trying.
yeah.
It's
But back
too
in
bad
the
the whole thing is an invite.
yeah, and
Like, I
before
feel like that.
it was
Yeah.
before I was on a list that would be like who should be invited to X Games. Like back in the day, 10 years ago or
you should
something,
still
you know.
even
So
like separate. I think that should just be separate, anyways.
Yeah.
Like you should have. Okay, we have 12 riders that are invited because we know that they're greats, right? And then you have 12 other, or however many, that are like, okay, we have these many positions open that you can also make it. And it's like an open forum. I understand that you probably would have hundreds and hundreds of riders. But okay, you say, well, you pick out of the, pick 12 out of those.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, you guys have, you have a chance to make it into this.
Yeah.
Right? And then you do a qualifying or however, right? Like a group stage or some sort of, and then so it's not the same exact people every single year.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the same exact people every year, but this would allow way
to get
more riders
people better
to be
chance
like,
to get in.
I actually have a chance to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
I think in the end of the one argument that I may understand is you're like, do you want the best contest possible? If you open a qualifying round, it's like it makes the fight. It should in 9 out of 10 times it should make the finals better than they would have been.
They would have been.
Well, you got the underdogs now too,
So,
right? It's not just every single person is invited.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have a good contest because you have the invitation list still.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're gonna get to see Garrett ride. You're gonna get to see, you know what I mean? You're gonna get to see the names that you were looking to see, and then you're like, oh, who's this dude?
Exactly.
In the street,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's killing it.
And he earned to be there
Yeah.
versus like being randomly picked.
He had to be qualified for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just
It's
opens,
another way of
opens
like,
this
yeah.
It would be cool, but
I know they're
Could
making a
create
lot
a
of changes. They're doing the X Games League, I think, next year.
Yeah,
so
I heard about
we'll
that.
see. You know, everything's
Yeah, that's
changing. Hopefully, all you
interesting
can do
too.
is
Yeah.
kind of keep your fingers crossed and hope it
yeah,
keeps
because I
going
think at
and
that
keeps-
point it's like if they have somebody that is like a bigger name and they choose somebody that they know is going to crush it, but isn't necessarily on X Games' radar because it's like a team kind of points league build up type thing. So it's like the idea is kind of get people more engaged at home in the story of it and the almost like a betting. I don't know if it's actually.
No, I
betting,
think so.
but
I
is
mean,
it?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I would assume so.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the team thing, though, right? Because
Yeah.
they do it
Yeah.
in the majority of other sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to relate the sports to BMX itself, but we see what succeeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here.
Yeah.
Are we?
Don't need to. It works really well.
26.25 is what I said earlier. Revolutionary.
26.25. Nice
Yeah.
spot.
Mm-hmm.
And
3/16.
3/16.
Just under 0.25.
Joey's riding a big bike. It looks cool.
Yeah.
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 It looks really
Is
sick.
it that one of the
Mr.
S&M ones? or is it-
Yeah. It's really sick.
Simo. Good old Simo. It almost doesn't work without the music, but I'm going to get in trouble, obviously. I feel like I've been tagged for that exact song in the past. His mini ramp run was amazing, too, together. It was so good. So good. The air to sprocket over the spine. God.
Swag Lord, man.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Gets no better. It's crazy if you run through like Simo's like video part catalog. Like
Goes way back too.
like I feel like you could do like somebody's could do their like college thesis on it. Like going back, going like from the beginning of Simo and then like how good he got.
And watching
like
him
emulating
do that
other
now.
stuff
Yeah.
and then finding his own lane and then discussing how other people found his lane and then he moved to a different one, the whole thing just like
yeah.
I don't know. Oh, is this a
No. Like that's kind of on point about like he said reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Like this is literally what I was giving Rooftop crap about. About Yumi. Like we need specifics in writing for people that want to express themselves in maybe abstract way.
Yeah.
When I say abstract, that means it's just a little bit different from what's general.
Yeah.
And when you have certain ways you express yourself on the bike, it's real easy to make it your own when you can't see that anybody else have done it or done it the way you've done it. Rightfully so, you deserve to have this to be looked at that way. But when somebody's reminded that they can do certain things, doesn't mean that you know, like you changed the game, but with progression, with style, with effort, with different approaches, it do help create another lane, and that lane becomes that person's lane. But at the same time, you can't blame that person for looking at it that way, because like you made a good point about like, oh, the lane and switching it up and changing to something else. Because what happens is when a person is so good at what they do, they inspire other people. Like, I bet if you watch Garrett go to an X-Games contest, he probably holds back when he started riding to not let people see what he's going to do. So as soon as he do something, people fall in line. It's like, so that's what we're doing? Bar over ices? All right.
Yep.
Next thing you know, it's like, oh, bar over ice manual. It's like, oh, I didn't know he was doing that. I thought I beat him. No. So it is interesting to have to look at it as a lane, because I mean, without it, right? Without those creative expressions, or a guy like Simone being able to do it the way he do it, then you want to have a lot of defining pillars or moments in BMX. Like you said, they can do a whole list of things, or like his changes of riding. And
I feel like Garrett has always been evolution of Garrett. You know, where like Simo is like
changed, like completely
branched
different
off.
Branched
He's like
off,
like where so it's like, you know, what's the Spider-Verse or multiverse, like a Marvel thing where it's like Simo's in another universe.
A Spideyverse video.
Like Simo is still riding for Red Bull doing double trucks or triple trucks down sets. But in ours,
for him to take such a different approach,
let the dogs out.
Yeah,
you know,
let the
like
dogs out. Kiss. He had a video called Kiss or Smooch or something like that.
And that was amazing.
Yeah. So shout out to him for being able to change directions that way.
This was this slightly reminded me. I should find the guy's name. Michael Kreider sent me this. I think it's just a montage that Hamilton put together. But like, it's new clips, old clips, a little bit of everything. But this clip, I was like, what the fuck was that? I don't remember that. So
he did fast plant?
No, it wasn't fast plant. It was like just pivot.
1 foot.
Oh, pivot to G-turn.
Fast plant cab.
To fast plant cab.
Yeah, like nollie fast plant.
But he kept his foot off when he starts the G-turn.
Just like some gyro pivot.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Okay. Wow.
And you just think of a dude that created his own lane and then everybody else emulated it. That's Steven.
Got you.
Almost more than
I remember
more than
him
most.
Almost
like
every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'd never I don't know what clip that is
videos.
from. Yeah.
Him and Ian Schwartz just always watching.
Yep.
Grew up on that.
God, Ian Schwartz.
Ian
Schwartz would be a good.
So
podcast.
to put myself more into check, Simone could be Simone could be very well what we see off of like a Hamilton or in like creating that lane, like you said.
Yeah.
Like,
I always think that people are when people are that talented, they can, you know, it's like you emulate who you like, and you're that good to actually copy it.
Yeah.
But then you get so good that you're like, all right, now I'm going to find my own shit, and then you get I mean, I'm not putting words in his mouth, but it's like he didn't want to be doing what other people were doing, so then he just was like, oh, I'm going to take another fucking left turn.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy.
It's
crazy to be that talented.
It makes himself
like,
way more special that way. Yeah.
So,
it's like one of a kind.
All right. George,
bro.
George is the man.
Unreal.
I got to spend some time with him in Hastings last year. He's so funny.
Still haven't met him.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks like that La Jolla setup.
It does.
The
Gary one, right?
Salk Institute.
Not quite as steep.
No.
I don't want
the vibe though, because even like it's even got the one side there.
Yeah.
Because the Salk Institute does have one side ones, and it has the U channel ones too. So pretty wild.
Figure out if they the same design.
I mean, look at this. Look at that.
Architect.
It's got like a wedge over there too.
That's an awesome spot. 6 spot.
6 spot. I mean, come on,
6 spot.
George, you killed it.
But the spot.
The spot. You see this? Just go comment the spot on my videos, all right?
Chad again.
Chad at OB.
Riding with Chad is so funny. Riding with Chad is like, when you talk to him, it's almost like he doesn't know he can do this stuff.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And it's like,
do you know? Do you
know who you are?
Do you know who you are?
Even in the Dennis video.
I was
like,
guys, I don't want to jump up that. That's crazy. It's like, dude, what are you talking
about?
about?
6 foot jump off a roof,
Yeah,
Chad.
bro.
Dennis always does this shit.
It's like, no.
Yeah. Chad at OB is. I mean that. honestly is
classic.
Is a good line, but like him writing fast there is like the most impressive.
Yeah,
thing.
it's
I
really
always said
sick.
it was like a shark in the water in the School of Fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is like because the skaters would be like, oh fuck, and they can't skate anymore, and they just
yeah.
like divert wherever Chad was
Here's
going. They
Chad,
just divert
fucking-
because he was going so fast, and he was like the fucking king of the ocean. Basically beach, I guess, but like I wasn't on purpose, but I said shark and fish, so I was like,
Them Dales is kicking in.
There you go. All right,
Kicking
moving
in,
on.
baby.
Fucking good joke, bad joke to be determined.
That good bad
It was a
good
great
joke,
joke. It was
bad joke,
dad
dad joke.
And how fucking
Yo,
awesome
right?
is this?
What a Mother's Day gift.
Hey,
man.
I wish I was his mom. Wait,
Yeah, right. Oh my god. Oh my.
Wait, what?
Dude, I saw the clip.
Mama yup, dude.
Oh yeah, my mom's a fucking. She's crazy.
How fucking good did he do it? He's just like
Unreal, man.
drop the bike, hug mom instantly, and then you read the cap. Like I didn't know what was happening, and I saw the clip, and then I read the caption. I'm like, holy shit! Like just the fact that his mom didn't really get to watch him ride bikes growing up, and he just started riding again seriously like in the last month, and he's like, come out, I'm gonna do this fucking messed up ledge feeble.
There's a top view that showed how high it was. From the
Was
top
there?
too. Yeah. I don't remember what angle it was. I think Tyrone was there, I think, and he filmed the top angle of it.
Dude, so good. So there's that, and then I have it in here, so I'm gonna probably click it later. But in the same, literally like the same week, we get
Wiz Mersky, the fastest no-handers alive, bro.
We get Wiz blessing us with a couple of fucking ice 180s.
No way. That's the guy. That's the ice 180 guy doing the trick.
In a leather jacket.
Yeah. I mean, Dan sums it up. First sickle to Edwin, now an ice 180 by Wiz. Say what?
Crazy.
So good. He was the first one to do it, right?
He was the first person to do it down a rail.
First one down a rail, yeah.
I know that. I don't know if he was the first one. Maybe him and Lino. I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I think of.
Lino was the first to do ice hard. I'm pretty sure.
He did it so good, bro.
Dude,
Like,
Lino.
oh man.
And then Claremont.
And Claremont, and it's even more updated now than even this video. But shout out Jason. I'm so excited to ride this place.
I've steered away from going to Claremont for so long since they took out the old box jumps, like the long and lows and stuff like that.
Now it's like,
but it's like I might have to slide.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah, you were there recently, yeah.
Dennis
Yeah, I
already
went like
making it look
three or four times, but yeah, it's incredible. It literally is. It's like it's like Dennis's ramp is absolutely frightening. Jason built Dennis's ramp, but you want to ride Dennis's ramp, but it's frightening.
Yeah.
And then this thing is like built the same, fucking awesome, but not as absolutely dog shit scary.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm gonna shit myself if I ride this like I want to. So there's a lot of room to just enjoy yourself, and I think that's like people are in for a treat for sure.
Yeah, we used to go to Claremont quite a bit.
Literally, like,
back
every
in the
day.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
every day.
I still
Ride the
get-
bus, pedal the whole way, whatever.
I still get like called out for like only riding street, and it's kind of funny. It's like you guys have
You don't know. You don't know.
no
Let me
idea.
do a can foot jam for you.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
every day.
I could go down a rabbit hole of talking about tricks like that. But it is pretty funny. I didn't know you could foot jam. I didn't know you could foot jam whip. It's like Albert was one of them. It's like, oh god. Shout out to my man. He ain't here though.
I'm Jason texted me today that we've always been talking about doing like a video part, like a, you know, something legit from Claremont with all the dudes. So we've been waiting for the park to get finished, so I'm gonna start filming that next week. So that'll be fun.
That'll be cool.
Gonna try and get all the dudes. So if you want to come do a foot jam whip, let me know.
I'll watch
Maybe
it.
a flip to fake you.
If you
There
do
you
a
go.
box
Flip
jump
fake
or
you would be
something, or
sick.
a few
Yeah.
flares. I haven't done a flare in a long
If
time.
you do a foot jam whip,
However
I'll watch
long,
it.
really, yeah, a
Ooh,
week or two, whatever, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I have to go to X-Games, but other than, it's open. I mean, I think actually because the opening is supposed to be on like June 11th is what they've been saying. So probably a solid week or 10 days. Now that I actually put thought into it.
A private session.
But come get that Pro Cup.
I'm gonna be gone most of the month of June. But
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're gonna be out.
Busy.
More Renato.
Here, man.
Oh, this is when you do that
Beautiful.
crazy whip out.
Yeah.
I'm not.
He does
I don't-
that. See, that one's. Well, yeah, he does.
Looks like he's got those Dales jorts on.
Dope.
He does got the Dale.
Yo, he got the Dale jorts, bro. Those things are sick.
Just in case you guys forgot.
Mike is the pro. You're gonna swamp those things out quick,
Oh,
bro.
I get swamp ass.
Fuck it.
Dude.
Let it run.
We sweat.
Get
heavy
that jorts, bro. Live it up, man.
We
Shout out
sweat
to
heavy
Renato.
from the Northeast.
Yep, shout out to him. You ever done a backlash whip?
No. Never done one.
This is good.
Bro, how you popping like that?
He's like creating momentum on those Smiths and just like
Jeez.
beautifully popped. 180 whip out of the Smith. Bop, bop.
It reminds me of Jared Swagford. He used to do those.
Yeah.
The Smith whips. It's like a progression of like what he used to do with that trick.
Yeah.
He definitely used to do a lot of Smith really popped whips.
Yeah, he kind of hides the pickup
Yeah.
with the rotation and kind of the pivot. It kind of sneaks it in. Yeah.
It's quick.
Unreal.
Is it really quick?
Yeah.
That's
oh,
crazy
he barred
too.
out?
Yeah, he bars out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jeez.
Innovation.
Mike can ride upstairs forward, backwards. It still doesn't make sense to me. And you got guys doing the nose up to bar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unreal, man.
Those are perfect stairs
Who-
for it too.
Did
The
he
perfect
do?
stairs, because see, all the
Yeah, they're
stairs
like-
have
they have the
little,
slant.
like, wedge, and the very bottom step allows you to bump and get your weight off of
I
the
can't
stairs.
imagine manualing up those.
Yeah.
Didn't he do the gap to wall as well on something?
No,
Like,
that was who was? Maybe it was him, but yeah, actually, it might have been him.
Well, this is he did this, but he was doing them up quarters for a long time too, right?
No,
Like
that's
just
a
up
different
real
guy.
steep
Is that a different guy?
That's a
Really?
different. So the Casper dude is the dude that
Oh,
opened
yeah,
this
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
So Casper was
Oh.
doing like nose manuals up quarter pipes, and then he was doing them up stairs.
Casper, yeah.
So this is the dude that
wow.
opened that whole world.
Oh.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I
Oh,
don't
well,
know.
I mean,
this
this
the
one
first
is
guy you
me-
saw doing
yeah,
it. Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, the first time I saw this was this dude.
Okay,
This
so
is
I thought they were the bro.
I thought it
yeah.
was the same dude in my head. For some
Unreal. He
reason.
just did it
Yeah.
up those,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, it's sick. I mean, yeah.
But you can see if you look at the bottom step, right? Well, actually, he doesn't. But Casper does them up any stair. But typically, it's like as long as that bottom step is a little more of a bump.
That looks fun. I want to try it. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I see the
You've
bottom.
ridden
the
upstairs
bottom
before,
stairs.
right?
Not like
Yeah.
that. That looks so
Where it's
crazy.
like the parking lot has been repaved six
Yeah,
times.
looks-
Stairs.
Yeah. So it gives you. It doesn't. You don't like smash into the
That
bottom
looks-
steps.
Riding upstairs is an unreal feeling, but I
I
can
don't think I've
imagine
ever.
those-
You know-
I don't think I've ever ridden upstairs. Now.
They're on.
Let's
bro,
go
it feels-
downtown,
Oh,
actually.
the one
I'll
down,
go.
the big one, like the
courthouse. The
yeah.
courthouse stairs is the perfect set of.
I love
big
riding
stairs.
down
the
those.
manual, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first person that I ever saw do like a nose manual up something, like up transition or whatever, was and like kind of in this genre, of course, like people I'm sure have done something,
Bunch
but
of
like Trey Jones
Oh,
did him
sure.
a bunch.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
then
Yeah.
but during the ramp thing, Trey had to give credit to Jabe. He was like, Jabe was the first one that did this,
Oh,
and
wow.
and like they had a conversation about it. I'm like, oh, that's funny because like Jabe was the one that did it, and then but in that thing because it was like I think Trey did like nose manual up the ramp to like curve wall or something like that, and then so it sparked the conversation of like, oh, I've never seen that before, and then it was like, yeah,
So sick.
Jabe was the one that like started doing this.
Shout out
and
to
then
Trey
blah,
and
blah,
shout out
blah.
to
So,
Jabe. Yeah, that's so
yeah.
sick.
very cool to
Yeah.
actually, I'm not saying not drawing any conclusions, but like that was the conversation
cool,
that
yeah.
I heard. So
I want to say Trey riding upstairs. I want to say is originally the reason why I was like
Hamilton.
"Damn, you could-"
Hamilton
Actually,
for you?
I guess
Yeah,
it could be
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
because I did watch a lot of Hamilton
yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day.
Hamilton was the first one that I remember. Like that fucking day late, dollar short. I don't know. The Ohio video by the brothers. God, Ed. Something I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna have
I'm
to Google it.
spacing out.
Yeah, Hamilton, BMX MDV, going down a rabbit hole that nobody asked for.
Sick.
Yeah.
The day is over.
That's what. Yeah, okay. I was still in high school.
It's a good section.
Actually, I might have just.
Yeah, you-
I might have
Dobie
just
is
been
calling you.
Oh, I was like, Dobie calling me? What?
We're late. We're too. If anybody's
Dobie.
if anybody's
Answer it,
still
answer
if
it.
anybody's
Let's see
still
what he
here,
says.
then
Answer
they're
it.
okay.
Yeah, right. You know how this goes on here when I'm around. We gotta call him.
Yeah, Elliot Van Orman, who the Van Orman brothers.
That's right.
Get out of here, dog.
A real good friend of mine from way back in the day that turned me on to BMX was the guy that showed me all the Steve Hamilton stuff. Chord
Such a good
the
song
slow,
too.
The
slow shutter. Yeah.
Was it slow shutter?
Oh, I'll just mute it afterwards. We get to enjoy the song.
This video's sick.
One of the first to have a shorter bike too.
Yeah.
He used to ride like a flatland.
God,
it's like a 19-inch frame.
Yeah, it was like a flat. Yeah, you said that. My bad.
Still a long ass back end.
Yeah, I used to love watching this video. Yeah, they weren't onto the short.
The zooming fish.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Stone, let's see where you got it from. That's the question. That's the question. Can you emulate angles with the
Are you allowed to use the same?
His threes are so good.
Yep.
The table was sliding down the thing.
Yeah.
I love the Indian.
Oh, so good.
It's funny when you think back. You're like, that was like people are like, what the fuck,
Yeah, man.
Because it was like you had like Stricker nose manuals, like fast, you know, and he was like creeping
Fast
at
and steep.
stuff.
I mean, we're talking about 32 offset forks.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about 20 offset forks.
Watch, there's no stair ride in this, but we enjoyed the part nonetheless. Yeah, there it is.
Right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
the gap, the string.
Yeah.
This is, bro, unreal.
I remember I saw that clip of him riding up the stairs, and I want to say it was the same day. Me and my friend
sick.
Cord went to this church to literally just ride upstairs.
Yeah, see? That's how it is.
I saw
We're
the
like, how can
same,
we
and I
do
tried to
this?
ride upstairs, and I just got flat, so never tried it again until I met you.
It's when you go into the bottom step, you just have to lift your weight. Like,
Yeah,
just
I
make
thought
sure your
that.
weight is up.
Broke everything on my bike.
Was that a roof of a building?
Yeah. So good.
So good, man.
Shout out Hamilton.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say, fuck it. Don't be crazy. Come do the podcast.
Come do the podcast.
I was thinking about it for so long.
Let it all hang out. Fuck it.
That's amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Yo,
Ooh, you got
dude.
No pegs.
Yeah, the Canode Hamilton podcast is so brutal, and it's like, just come, be a fucking human being. I don't want a fucking art exhibit of your podcast. You know, like just come give answers to the questions.
You guys got a little beef.
We want to hear you.
No, not honestly, not really.
Fudger,
Like,
hey, people
yeah.
are out to get Fudger, bro. He is. I mean, I give him a lot of shit too, but like people be coming at you crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
You probably hear more of the shit talk than I do, because nobody says anything to me.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, I don't
like,
also look at you.
I'm saying like, well, publicly, like when
Come
you're
in.
the punching bag, like
Oh,
when
yeah,
somebody,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
yeah. Somebody
the
does something.
punching bag.
If I mean, there's so many times where it's like somebody else will do something.
He got it from me recently with the Swamp Fest, with the guy, the skateboarder that flipped out on the scooter dude, and I was like, who?
Oh yeah,
dude, like
Oh,
who
yeah,
did this?
yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the?
But I wasn't even defending him. I was just saying
well,
because
I took it
the
too-
vibe there was literally like, why the fuck are all these dudes just doing like foot plants on the quarters? Like, it's only a short amount of time. Like, fuck
Yeah.
off, you know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he was pissed. It was,
I was
because
like-
the dude was a scooter. He got more mad. But,
Yeah, and that's why I was
yeah.
like, well, to be fair, like I lean more into like, you guys posted this and you guys didn't lay into this fool. Like, fuck
enough,
this
yeah.
dude, fuck this skateboarder. Like,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
skateboarders, but like he flipped out
Yeah.
and he lost
person.
it on. Yeah, that
Yeah.
person lost it on a dude that was in his
And
way. It's
as
like
far as I remember, the dude that was on the scooter was like,
he was apologetic.
Apologetic.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
what happened was I like, Albert, did you post this? He was like, what?
Yeah, Albert was like, sign your name after comments.
Yeah, well, And that's I've been working on myself. I've been like trying to like I've been looking in the mirror. It's like, bro, everything ain't meant for you to say something about. Like you probably should just let it be, you know. But well, I'd be like, I gotta be a voice for some people that like I have to expose, not you, but like expose the situation for what it is. It's like that skater flipped out. Everybody there should have looked at that as like. A lot of skateboarders have acted that way to BMXers, and this is a BMX thing. Everybody's invited, and he flipped out on somebody else. He should have been corrected. But that's what it's like. Well, I wasn't there, so I can't. I gotta shut up.
Yeah,
it's like
it was like I think the thing was like, who's in the wrong? And I was like, the scooter because he was fucking around.
Nope.
You know, like
nope. Skater was in the wrong.
I think
the reason why I say the skater's in the wrong because he see that everybody's going back to back. It's okay to be mad if you fail, but because you went out of your way to like
make it
damn him for being a scooter rider. Not for saying being in my way. It's like, hey, like get out my way. Do you apologize? It's like you don't have to accept the apology, but like he apologized and you attacked what he do versus like him being in the way.
Yeah, the response
two different things.
The response in there, but who's at fault is because he existed. He existed in the line
until the interaction after it happened.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you're at a jam, you know it's going to be fucking crazy.
Exactly.
It's going to be haywire. Everybody's going. What? Even in a small jam that you do in a small town, it's like people are going.
If he hit a bike rider, would he have had the same reaction? Probably not.
Probably.
But he may have been pissed though.
Well, probably
not
because he ride bikes. Yeah, he ride bikes too. So I think
should that really matter?
And
it matters a lot.
Garrett,
he see a different perspective.
Is like notorious meltdown guy too.
Yeah.
So he's like, Garrett's fucking sick.
So I stand with looking in the mirror. And trying to not attack my man so much because he get a lot of, you know.
I don't take much personally.
Well, everything gets fucking scrutinized on the internet now.
Best clip ever. This is an old clip.
Yeah,
it's the best clip. And
so good.
Dude, he's so good.
Right.
He doesn't even.
I think I filmed that fish angle.
That looks.
It's me hanging out in the back right there.
Yeah.
He
snapped the fuck out of that.
Kind of proof to what you were saying earlier, like how he ride OB real fast.
Yeah.
Like him doing this is like he was going really fast.
Yeah.
Little known fact, you know this, that building right here. About $1 billion worth of cars in there.
$1 billion worth of cars.
Not even joking. So there was a car on the guy that owns the Bahia and the Del Coronado, or not the Del Coronado, but like Lucadia something. You know, like all these. It's basically that's his car museum. And then the adjacent building is the laundromat for all the hotels. So like almost like a Breaking Bad status where those laundromats where they like move under and they go to the underground meth lab.
Wow.
It's basically like that. So I was looking at a car on Bring a Trailer. Very not expensive car. Literally not very expensive. His cheapest car, basically. What I was looking for. And he was like, "Yeah, come to my it's in my car museum."
My car museum.
Oh, you went?
And I went in there, and he literally I was there for 2 hours. I helped him move a old Bugatti, and like not a new one, not a Chiron, but like a 1940s Bugatti.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And he literally had there's literally an airplane hanging from the ceiling. It's fucking insane. And now I can't, like, every time I look at that building, I'm like, and it's kind of seedy around there.
Yeah.
You know,
it's right on the cusp of a lot of
and you're like,
activity.
holy fuck, there is $1 billion worth of cars.
Yeah, really, like you work really close.
I work not too far from there, and it is not.
Yeah, it's.
I can give you the guy's phone number.
That's I'd love to give a call.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a cool. I was like, this is insane. But I mean, like dudes like that, they have shit like that to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is insane that I'm like going like a 2 hour. You know, like he gave me a ride in like a fucking Alpha convert. I don't even fucking know what it was. Like it was, you know, a 100-year-old car. You know, like
man.
It was.
Yeah, next
it was
time
cool.
you go.
I mean, yeah, he don't respond. Last text I sent him, he did not respond to. So
he's probably busy.
Very busy guy.
He's probably busy. Real busy.
But yeah, little known fact: you go right at that spot, break into that building.
Yep. Check out the cars.
Oh, saw this. Shout out to Biz.
Yeah.
Glad you were born.
Yeah.
Glad you remember being born.
Right. Good old Logue. Wow.
Insane.
Man.
It's a different level.
He touched every centimeter of that ramp.
Oh, there's more.
I think I watched a. Oh no, different guy.
Different guy.
Yeah, different guy.
Different best park rider in the world.
Yeah, different.
Oh,
best
that
park
was
rider.
so beautiful.
It's crazy how high. Gosh.
Who was it that had his entire chest and back tattooed in like the 2 days.
Bulldog? No.
Probably, was it Bulldog?
Or 1 day.
Oh,
He did-
Sandoval.
Sandoval. Yep,
Yeah, he has
Sandoval.
he did this video and a guy tattooing for like front and back piece 2 days nonstop. Like he
Yeah.
go in, he's shaking when he's leaving
thing.
because obviously it hurts. Then he come back the next day and the guy finishes it. It's pretty
Fucking
crazy.
savage.
Yeah, what a savage, man.
It's funny how you can like see like James entered, you know, like the rider, like the version of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
Like
crazy.
it's sick.
540 cap decade, kind of.
That's like the Praza's like banger of his old.
Oh, it's like
Monster
half
video,
cap
right?
decade is what it is. Like half cap decade. Or half cap.
Oh, yeah. And Watts does a lot of similar things, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of
Dude,
decades. I don't know if
Watts'
he's ever
writing
done.
is fucking
Yeah,
insane.
he's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, hopefully that
Zoom
doesn't.
in.
Yeah, did not know I did that. Simo. Oh, there we go.
The ramp.
He's back. Yeah, this is fucking...
Too funny. Just bike control.
Yeah, he can move a bike around like it's nothing.
Bop.
Ah,
I
it's
just
so
loved
sick,
it.
yeah.
That was my favorite part. Like, it looked like he was gonna clear it.
You know what's so sick? Like you made such a good point about how seeing different time periods is riding. Do you guys remember the video of him riding the stolen ramps? Stolen
No.
bike ramps? No? We gotta look at it. Just type in-
Inside of the little warehouse.
Oh my god.
Is it this?
It is
is
so
it the one
good.
that? No, I don't think so. I'm thinking of the same video.
Dude, does that exist? Is it a
No, yeah,
Vimeo?
just go
a Vimeo
go
thing?
YouTube. It's on YouTube. Simone. Just if you type in his name, you scroll down, you're gonna see it.
We're back. We just looked for a Simone video for like 5 minutes of dead silence, and then I sniffled at the end. So,
Don't forget, Ryan.
Boom, first try.
What?
Rosa Simone Baracco loot video, loot edit.
stolen. What'd you put in? Stolen
Loot? No, just stolen bikes, ramps. But
That's the one.
You never seen this? If you're a Simone fan, this is proof of like the.
I'll do the music for us. That was a good setup, though. It was cool that it existed.
He do the bar to nose press in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember this video.
But looking at the difference of what his writing was and what it is, it's still extremely good.
Yeah, he definitely developed his whole own lane.
Yep.
Insane.
To watch him ride the ramp.
Yeah.
And, it's like completely two different
This
versions
reminds
of
me
himself.
of that AK Simone video.
That
That Israel video that they
Mhm.
did.
Oh my.
That was an insane.
This is the place I was talking about the training at, and that's in Utah,
Yeah.
right?
It could be Salt Lake, Utah. You were right. I should have
Unreal
known that.
there. He's blasting that dude.
Where is it at? No, I don't think they put it in there. But yeah, shout out to Nick, ripping Simone. I think we're breaking down the thesis.
There he is.
Dak attack.
Dude.
Yep.
What a legend.
Just ride stuff like dude.
Steve-O's comment: skaters called the cops on us when we went. What are you gonna say?
Crazy.
So sick.
So good. It's kind of.
I still can't get over that 360 turn down he did over that rail hop.
Yeah.
The one in Philly.
Yeah, the one in Philly.
yeah,
that really
dude.
insane one. I don't know.
Whoa.
Watching Cordova at the Claremont Park was.
Yeah.
Cordova is one of my favorite
Yeah.
riders, bro.
It's hard to like really show how insane some of this riding is in this. Like video does not do a lot of this justice.
He went on a demolition, I think, camping trip in like Colorado or something. And I remember Mastroni filmed the video, and I was like, couldn't wait for it to come out. And there was a clip in it of Matt doing a top side whip over a big hip. It was like a kind of like almost. It looked kind of like a bank, but it got really tall. But he whipped, and it just looked like a boomerang.
Yeah, boomerang. Yeah,
Unreal.
When we were at the Claremont sessions, it was like, you know, you had lots of, you know, it was Dennis, Gary, Jason, and Matt. You know, like the ones that you were talking about, and everybody kind of, you know, everybody got their speed at the beginning, and then just like fucking, you know, rip something, or you could see what they were going for. And Matt would always kind of just casually drop in, and then he'd be riding for like 20 seconds, and then all of a sudden something would fucking happen. So it was like a different build to his riding, and it was like really interesting to watch, because you would kind of like, you're like, oh, he's chilling, and you would kind of like still be in there, but you wouldn't be like engaged, and then you're like, oh fuck, I fucking missed that, you know, like, and it's crazy to see like how his approach was so much different, because everybody else was that style. You know, I feel like 99% of bike riders are that style. Gain all the speed at the beginning, and then do what you want to do, and then chill afterwards. Where Matt is like, and he does it so like
nonchalant.
Yeah, like organically, like without effort. It's pretty well fucking cool to watch. Boyd podcast this month. We did one.
Really?
I thought it was really good, actually.
I haven't got a chance to check it out yet.
I'll have to watch it.
Very, very interesting guy.
Yeah.
I saw the snippet of him talking about the bus clip. Oh, man.
That's stressful.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's like the scariest thing to watch.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he said he like it affected him for a while afterwards.
Yeah,
like he kind of talks about it afterwards. So just like the idea of going when he almost got hit by the bus.
Yeah, it's like a video part he did with
he's like this.
War party,
like,
Charles. Yeah.
Yep.
You can see his foot like is in the gutter, and the tire's coming, and he pulls it out. Like when you break it down, it's a matter of like milliseconds, basically, of like being a problem, a real problem.
What happened with the person watching out? Like,
he said that it was a bus lane, and so it was like 10 minutes, and there was nothing. You know, and it was like, he was like, everybody was riding the spot. There was not any cars in that lane at all for like 10, 15 minutes, and then a bus comes.
Oh, man.
I mean,
because it was a bus lane.
You don't get that here, because you just throw your hazards on. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. How crazy is that timing, right?
Yeah.
Then we do have, like, so that timing is crazy, but like I still believe that Biz remember being born. I'm leaning into it, dude.
I'm on board.
Same. It's like I had to bring it back, bro. It's like
he's coming. I just want to know. I have to ask his mom. Was he like a head first baby? Was he feet first? You know, like I think that's really. I think that's really important to know at this point.
But you gotta get the
anybody.
Answer. You gotta get the answer from him. Shoot him out head first, feet first.
Oh, the fact check.
Confirmation.
Fact check.
Yeah, get your story straight. 1 second, Biz.
Let's talk around this. Oh, man.
Julian. I was
first flare he landed, right?
That's
he did it like he'd been doing it forever. So good.
First one.
Julian got picked
I
up.
love Stu's comment on that. Stu's comment is amazing.
Yep.
What did he say? Scroll down.
It might
have been on his page, huh?
Oh yeah, probably. Huh?
I don't know. Maybe it was on a BMX page.
Yeah, let's see. It didn't pop up. I assume that if it's
Fit, he got picked up by Fit.
Yeah, Fit.
Yeah.
Oh, Stu. It's Stu, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't transfer him over to Mongoose.
Well, give us the gist. Do you know?
He was basically saying something. It's kind of hard to explain. Like say it like correctly, but it's like knowing how much Stu has helped him. And I'm pretty sure Julian has helped Stu, which is like Julian's a polarizing person, you know. So
yeah,
but it was almost like, dang, he's like my adopted child. Like, but it was so sick.
Damn, I don't see it. Maybe it was on his story or something.
I looked at it, but if I find it, but it's worth reading and
very cool
for yourself. Yeah,
super cool. Obviously,
you know Stu, you know him. It's like, damn, it's so sick.
And it's cool. Obviously, like you
Two awesome humans.
you worry because like Julian being so far away from America and like losing the sport of GT. You hope that like, oh, like I'm just gonna go because I know he does have so much going on at home as well that it's like I'm glad to see him like fucking out there and pushing shit and stuff like that. So,
Noser.
Saw it.
No,
I think these are me. So there could be some repeats. Yep.
Whiz.
We could be at the end, boys. Oh, this one,
dude. Cornflake's a man.
Yeah.
Got to ride with him at Free Ride
so fast.
And
that's a Dark Fest, right?
Yeah.
Like how he has like a water bottle in his back that like splashes. Oh yeah, it shoots out.
It comes out.
That is crazy on a BMX bike.
Yeah. You're like jumping
that's
out
insane.
Yeah, that's huge. No breaks.
So is he? What's his deal? Is he a mountain biker, or did he rode BMX? Or
yeah,
what?
he's been riding BMX, but he rides mountain bikes too, and he's ripped.
T is another one.
Yeah, T Grail.
Yeah, he lives in Utah, right?
Yeah, Tommy is the man.
He's unreal too.
Yeah. Tommy's a good friend of mine, and
do the crazy flips and like just out there in the mountains, bro, on the BMX bike.
Dude, that is crazy out of that. Oh, is he going from here just straight air?
I don't think
into
so.
that?
I think he's just airing out of the
out of this, right?
No, I think he's airing out of
that.
I don't know. I forget. I thought I saw a clip of it. It was on his story.
Fucking hell. Yeah, he kills it. We've talked about him many times.
Yeah, no, click the turn down. Go to the turn down. I think he just goes straight.
Oh, he just rips it.
Oh, man, that's so sick.
Yeah, he just rips up it. He's the man.
Yeah. Faker's comment. I don't know what about the wind. He's like, everything is great except there is no wind. Couple more. I think Denim.
Dales Denim, do you have?
You're right. Denim Dales.
Denim Dales.
Denim Dales.
His caption though. Brought my bike to the. I'm glad I brought my bike to the. Who would have thought there would be a perfect setup at the Airbnb?
Perfect.
Yeah. Look at
it.
It
is crazy. You just made a line out of the. Look at it. That's creativity.
Yeah,
look
dude,
at that to get speed for this.
That's like the best spot I grew up with right there.
I can see that.
A dirt bank.
You're from Maine, out there in Maine, just riding the dirt, like not dirt jumps, just the dirt.
Just dirt. Yeah, we didn't. No dirt jumps.
Oh,
Jimma clip.
Shout out to Smith. Smith one. Smith hard.
Hard way.
Beautiful.
Smith hard.
It's kind of like rooftop status.
Yeah. Damn. Dude, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Etney's forward. Shout out to Jimma, number 2 Jimma fan. Can't claim to be everybody's top fan. So
number 1, baby.
This whole thing was
Japan, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
This is Walsh and I think a few other guys.
Is that a huge track?
Yeah.
It's like an old one.
Not a kebab, but bobsled.
Bobsled. Yeah.
Kebab.
I was literally trying to come up with a kebab joke. Like
that would be so good.
But yeah, I mean, dude, isn't this like everything?
Yeah.
In a sense, like just like riding some fucking weird spot with your
I'm pretty
boys.
sure you guys have probably had very similar experiences when you spot like maybe, let's say, not in the eyes of it being like a spot that's not meant to be ridden, but let's say if you know or came across a quarter pipe, right?
Yeah.
And it was in somebody's backyard.
Look at this photo.
And you saw it and you're like,
Bro, we used to ride this mini ramp that was in the middle of the woods on a hill in Mount Desert Island. I forget who it was that owned the place. He used to rent the house out to tourists that would go to Bar Harbor, Maine.
Early Airbnb.
But we would just drive into this dirt road in the middle of nowhere, and it's this perfect like 5-foot quarter pipe, and we would just ride it, and you're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
There's nothing else around.
I could see that being kind of like that. Look at that photo. So say there's on those.
Yeah, they're the bobsled. They're the kebab team.
The kebab team. The bobsled kebab.
I got a joke. Just in the same sense, like when I went to China recently, and I found that transition. Like this thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
I was like
imagine.
This was all in the same area, and I was literally like
in heaven.
It made the entire trip.
Yeah,
I would go. I want to go to Feast China again, so I can bring a fucking
I want to go to
light
China
to see this thing.
Trip would be.
Look at that! Oh my
fucking
god,
wow. Unreal,
dude.
I didn't see that
for?
clip.
What did they make that for?
To ride.
You didn't watch the whole thing?
I watched. Sorry, I watched.
Six spot, right?
He didn't. Yeah,
It is a 6 spot. I fucking
spot.
You guys, everybody could write it better than me.
If you would have watched it, you would have left that comment for sure.
6 spot.
Yeah,
6 spot.
Wow, spots. Look,
actually-
somebody, Chris Silva.
Yeah, I'm about to say, go down. Let's
Wow,
see it. Go down. Let's see it.
Spots.
Wow,
Yeah.
spots.
Exactly.
Go
You're
down.
right.
Let's see how many people. Let's see if we see anybody
One
in there we
spot.
know.
Radical.
Looks
Yo,
fun.
that looks fun.
Drop the
pin to the last spot.
I miss traveling.
Oh yeah, nobody's really commenting on how good your riding is, are they?
Well, it's because it's not.
It is.
No. It's
that
common,
spot. There's another one. That's
common courtesy, bro. It's common courtesy. At least say
just liked
this.
it.
You're riding this. Like
Yeah,
this is
it's
so
the
sick. You're
courteous.
riding this, and you're riding. Like shout out to you riding this, and the spots are sick. At
fun
least.
spot. Look, another fun spot. Holy spots.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry myself to sleep tonight.
That spot looks so awesome. No, that spot looks so awesome.
See, look there it is. Hell yeah, Ryan. See, I got you.
that's
Hell
my-
yeah, Ryan.
That's my boy.
Shout out
That's
to
my,
Mike O'Brien.
That's
bro.
my boy.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Mike.
hell
Your
yeah,
spot
Ryan.
is wild. There's another one with the spot. Oh my god.
quarter
I'm here.
spots.
I'm here
Yeah,
for the fudger shredded.
Love
there
it.
you go.
Who's that? Who said that?
Who is that?
Ooh, Ian
Oh,
Earth
your
thinking.
headphones started
It's
working.
Yeah,
all
shout
good.
out to you. Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to my boy Mike O'Brien.
Shout out to Robbie Digital too. So sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck yeah,
My man.
He still got it.
He still
Yeah,
got it.
There you
Yeah.
go. All right.
See?
Ended on.
But it is about the spot. It is so much about the spot.
I was
It
trying to
literally-
watch
It is.
you ride. I don't
But
know
it's just
what
like,
you're
oh, it's so good to be toxic
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Well, that is it. That we are done. That was the last. That was the last video. I'm glad it ended on a very good note with me just being demolished.
Demolished in the
Like,
comments. Just no love.
Passive aggressive demolishing.
Yeah.
What's
It's
unintentional?
never
Yeah.
passive. It's
Yeah.
direct. Baby.
It is so funny because I do see when I see somebody comment spot on stuff, I like think back and I'm like, yeah, like I get it. You took the time. And it's like it's so funny.
They don't
It's
care
so
about what
funny.
you're doing.
No.
They just want the
Yeah,
spot. Bro.
yeah. It's about what
Yeah, can you
I
drop
think
that paint?
I could do at that spot because
That's-
it looks
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And we can't
That's
blame
it.
them, but it's just funny to point
And that's
out.
that's life.
I mean, when I'm driving down the road, I go, damn, look at that spot.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes basically muscle memory, right?
Well, if you saw a
Can't
rider
do that
there,
spot.
you saw a rider, you'd be like, "Yo, bro, you ride bikes?"
That makes
It's
sense.
gonna get to
off
the
my
point,
spot.
and I'm slightly close there now. But that's all you have is your imagination.
Ooh.
So you only have you see the spot and you go, man, if this was fucking 10 years ago, I would ride that.
You said that.
And it
said
gets
that
it
yesterday,
gets
day before
it
yesterday.
gets real. You know, you're like,
Wow.
fuck, like if oh my god, I would fucking love to
No, that
do
was
that, but in your
yesterday you
head
said
you
that.
can't.
I did.
You said
know
something
it.
about like, "Oh, I could do that," but
You could just.
I don't want to.
But you're like in the car. You're
well,
like
no,
not
we
even
were
like
talking
it's
about
like
we were talking about like
No, you can do something,
you've
but
done
don't
it
do it.
already in the past, and
Yeah.
then you see something and you're like, damn, it'd be sick to do that on there.
and
then
you
it's
don't.
like,
You're not gonna do it,
you're not
but you
gonna
know you can do it.
You know you can do it.
Yeah.
But then you don't. But it's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's getting old.
stoked to
You find the small
make an
things.
appearance again here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Always fun. Thanks
Yep.
for having us.
Appreciate you guys coming. Short notice too.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign like 10 of these real quick, or how many ever you want me to. I'll sign all of them. I will sign all of them.
Yeah, I'll go grab a couple more.
I'll sign them too.
Did you sign
Yeah,
them too?
yeah,
I'll sign them
yeah.
too.
I'm gonna sign on the trash can though.
Put
'cause
it
I'm
in the
trash.
note if you want a signed one or not signed one.
Yeah.
In case you want to mic you up, signed one. Let me know.
Yeah.
There you go.
We can sign it both. Yeah. You sign my name. Forgery.
I'll sign your name. And you sign
All right, boys. Thank you for coming. Shout out again to the sponsors. We got Source, Dales, X-Games. This month is the last X-Games episode. So Salt Lake City on
Johnny
June
Rakes.
27th. Do a qualifying round. I love you guys, but there's
Who
8
else?
people is just not enough. And then shout out to 80s. Shout out to Adidas 510. Shout out to who else we got? We got Haro. What do we got? Why aren't you riding for a frame
Animal.
yet?
Shout out to Animal. I'll
Shout out to Animal
I thought
Bites.
Rick-
ODI grips.
ODI.
Pulling it down.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Shout out
then,
to most importantly, shout out to everybody that watch these videos
Yeah.
and that just ride BMX in general. Keep looking for spots. Keep commenting spots. Keep riding.
You're gonna get so
Keep
many
showing
spots
love.
comments after this.
Hey, I probably will reply to all of them.
Flat ground and they'll be like, wow, look at that spot.
I will reply to all of them. But no, shout out to you guys for constantly supporting this and hopefully do it again soon.
Yeah, I would love
thanks
it.
for
Thank
having
you.
me, too.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming, dude.
was
Appreciate
cool.
it.
Mike, yep.
All right. Go grab some of those. See, it ended up being long, 3 hours. It always